Okay. Are we back? We should be back. We are. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a disaster, but we'll see how this goes. Actually, I should re-hook up my headset. Because this headset like does have like a decent battery life, yet there was that one stream where it just died out of nowhere for like no reason. Um oh yeah, quiz. I forgot about that. I do still have it open. Um yeah, let's see. Okay. I have it up on another tab now. All right. So I'll start answering some of them. I guess we'll just cool. Yeah, I hear this is kind of shit. Got Taco Bell ad. Let's not go. Oh fuck! I did not mean to start. God damn it! I meant to go to settings. Whatever. Well, this is great. This is turning out fantastic. Which tribe won the fifth immunity challenge of Borneo? Pagong won it. Who is the second juror of Survivor Africa? Second juror was Brandon Quinton. Was voted out because he was close to Lex, essentially. Getting the Kojima less PT experience. Yeah, I never even played PT. Actually, can I? Okay, I can go to settings. Okay. Well, is there a point in turning it down if I already turned the mic up? I guess not really, right? So, whatever. Without a group. Why does it sound like a coach quote? Which quote? Is this one? I want to be strong on my own? I feel like that's not coach quote. So I assume it's something else. But yeah, who was voted out fourth in Borneo? That was Ramona. Oh my god, Ramona. There we go. What the fuck? Why was she voted out? Because she was sick. Does everyone remember the first ever alliance in Borneo? The first ever alliance? I mean, that would have been Kelly, Sue, and Stacy, right? Or like technically Kelly and Stacy, and they try to add in Sue. Or are we talking about the Tonki alliance that gets made later, which is Ozzy, Rich, Sue, Rudy, Kelly? Game isn't very silent. Yeah, it's not very Silent Hill. I don't see a hill either. It feels like this was a lie. To betray yourself to be in a group is a weakness. Yeah, I feel like that's like, yeah, that's definitely like a quote that like coach would see and then just like memorize to say like later down the road, right? All right, what is this? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I forgot this is first person too. That's gonna be fucking terrible. This is gonna go shit. Not enough hills, yeah. I mean, actually, yeah, it was gonna be Silent Hills, right? PT, like the real game. So it was gonna be multiple hills. This game doesn't even have multiple hills. It's already a downgrade. Is it this building? It's supposed to be a horror game. Yes, it is. I think if I remember right, I heard that it wasn't like super scary outside of like a couple jump scares. And I think I saw someone say that like the final chase sequence is like really terrible. I think that's like all I know about this. There's a David Alexander. I'm pretty sure it was Biggest Party, right? That seems like a Biggest Party thing to do. Imagine Hale just shows up. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm playing a horror game on stream finally. I wonder if this makes it better. Does this make it better or worse playing on stream? I guess probably better, right? Because I'm like only half paying attention. But we'll see. When the jump scare is overshadowed by me answering who's the eighth. Yeah, I mean, that's probably gonna happen. The games are rated number 1 in 2020. Actually, this is what I've been thinking about. Does No Return count for my 2024 list? Um, I wasn't sure about that. Like, should I include that or not? Um, because it's like, it isn't a new game, but it's also probably going to end up being my most played game of the year. So it's like, I don't know, I feel weird about it.
I'm trapped.
Like, I don't, like, it isn't, right? It's not actually a new, because, like, it's a new mode. It's not, like, a new game. Yeah. So it's like, it doesn't really count, but again, it's going to be weird to, like, not have it high. Because, like, sure, I think, like, No Return is probably, like, the most fun I've had of the game, like, since I've played, like, Hitman, probably. Um, like, I just think it's, like, a genuinely fun, thing to play. So it's just an update, yeah. The thing is, I think it could be its own game, though, if they really wanted it to be.
Maya?
Obviously not, like, $70 or whatever, but if they wanted to, like, release it for, like, 20, like, I would have paid that for No Return. Actually, I don't know if I would have, considering, like, I probably would have after seeing other people play it. But I probably wouldn't have at launch.
Did Maya do this? See?
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I actually, like, I straight did not care about No Return coming into it.
That's Maya's signature.
And, like, now I'm playing it every day.
Amazing.
Wish you could stick around for a stream. This is funny. I mean, yeah, I'm literally just, like, talking over a horror game at this point.
For us to paint it with our hopes and dreams. I want to show the hidden side.
Ian has a 57. That's bad, right?
Impulses, their urges.
But wait, Eric is equal to Donnie? Is that what he said? Is this live action? No.
What are you
Right?
hiding inside?
No, it's definitely not.
Don't worry about what people think.
Like, it's weird because, like, the... Wait, is it? No, right? It looks off. Like, it looks like an AI.
How could I ever be proud of that?
Is it live action? It doesn't look like... Like, it looks really good, but, like, it also looks fake. So I can't tell. I'm gonna look this up. Let's see. It is... Okay, it is live action. Yeah, okay, it is live action. Why does it look so fucked then? Like, it... Oh, wait, it's dubbed, though. It's dubbed. Okay, that might be part of it. I forgot about that, obviously, because they're speaking in English. Well, this is, like, Japanese. This is a Japanese game. So, okay, that makes more sense, then. That for one aspect of it. But it still looked weird, though. Didn't mean to drag her teeth. I mean, I'm sure that was fake teeth, right? I'm sure it was intentional.
Everyone can see how talented she is.
I mean, yeah, I would assume Suri is possibly the worst comp competitor of all time, right? Yeah, like, her face looked real, but, like, just everything around it looked weird. So it's like, I don't think it's real. I think they just, like, put a lot of time into, like, the facial textures and stuff. Like, even, like I was gonna say, like, animations looked weird. But obviously, like, now that I, like, realize it's dubbed, like, that makes sense, because, like, obviously it's dubbed. Oh, so Kathy is worse? That's something.
Who's there?
There was at the quiz. Who's voted episode 7 of Borneo? Episode 7 of Borneo? So that would have been Gretchen. It was the 4-1, the 1-1. Why she voted up? Because she was the strongest member of Pagong, essentially. Why did Sue present the Snakes and Rats speech? Because she was betrayed by Kelly. She wanted everyone to vote for Rich. Yeah, Who was voted out episode 3 of the Australian Outback? That was Marilyn. Mad Dog, because she's weak and old. That's why she was voted out. Title of Outback episode 2. That's interesting. Well, I know it's not Trial by Fire. I don't believe it's Stranded. Dude, there's no fucking way I'm gonna know episode 2. I'm gonna guess Trust Nobody? Or No One? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know that one. Who had the tribal where Alicia went home in Outback? Where Alicia went home in Outback. So, was that a 5-4? I'm trying to remember if that was a 5-4. I think it was, right? Yeah, I think it was a 5-4. So it would have been what? Colby, Tina, Keith, Jerry, Amber voting Alicia. Alicia, Nick, Roger, Elizabeth voting Jerry, I would guess. Is the main character just Futaba?
My mom loved me.
Maybe. Yeah, is it like, yeah, I mean, I guess like character motivation seems similar.
It's locked.
Yeah, that's why I was initially listening to voice thinking if you were like meaning actress, but then like I like heard her say the thing about her mom. I was like, oh wait, yeah, I guess it is like kind of similar, like character wise. Don't worry about getting last names. Oh. I'm pretty like I know all the first and last names. At this point in Survivor. Who won the first individual immunity challenge of Australian Outback? First individual immunity. It was none. It was Keith. Says none of the above. Who is the final juror in Australian Outback? That was Keith Famey. Second person voted out of Thailand. That was Tanya Vance. Runner-up of Africa, Kim Johnson. What doesn't belong? Utter Revenge, The Underdogs, The Power of One. Yeah, dude. Episode titles are not my strong suit, especially these earlier seasons. Utter Revenge. Which episode? I remember that was an episode title. I just don't remember when that was. Janelle got second place 9 times in BB6. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that does make sense. Because obviously, yeah, she was doing very well at comps, like, towards the back half of the season. Like, she came in second to, like, Yvette multiple times. She got second to Eric in the second HOH. So it's, like, it makes sense that she was in second a lot. Yeah, win percentage is not that helpful in the grand scheme of things. Like, it's still like an interesting stat, but yeah, I think average placement in terms of like, again, like determining who is the best like comp competitor of all time and stuff. I think like average placement's obviously more impactful there. Okay, where am I going then? It's just going back. Giving RE7 vibes, kind of. I mean, like. I'm trying to think of like what other game, like it's like RE7 but like not, so it's like mixing RE7 with like probably a game that I haven't played realistically. It's probably like one of the other modern horror games that I haven't played at this point. Can do Rennie. Okay.
It's locked.
Okay, where am I going then? But yeah, I have no clue. I'm just gonna guess the end of Innocence for that one question. Then Tanya Vance, Diane Ogden, Gina Cruz. What's in common with them? Is it like home state or something? I can see it being that. The problem is I don't know what their home state is.
Lessons. I've taken enough medication.
I'm pretty sure both Jesse and Carl are from Florida, right? Gabriel, Cade, and Aaliyah. I'm pretty sure Aaliyah is the only one from her country, from her state. At that point, I think. So I'm gonna guess Gabriel, but I don't know. Final five of Africa. Actually, wait, could it be... No, I was going to say, could it be getting voted out because of injury, but then Gina Cruz didn't get voted out because of injury. Okay, I'm going around in circles, right? Or wait, was this way before? Oh yeah, the door's open now. Cool. Well, this is great. Jump scare or not? Cool. Tabletop deathmatch game is really boring. Yeah, Tactical Nori? Yeah, it's terrible. I talk about that a lot. About how shit it is.
Sorry.
List the final five of Survivor Africa. Final five of Survivor Africa. Ethan Zahn, Kim Johnson, Lex Vanderberg, Tom Buchanan, and Teresa Cooper. What doesn't blog? Teresa Cooper, Kelly Wigglesworth, Jeff Varner. In running for second chance, so I'll be Kimmy Kappenberg. Who's voted out day 21 of Thailand? So that would be episode 7. So I think it's Xian. I believe it's Xian. You finished Traders UK. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about that. I finished my rewatch of AU1 today. So that's something. But yeah, what'd you think of Traders UK? What's UK 1 or 2? 2, okay. Yeah, what'd you think of it? Because obviously, like, most people are like extremely high on it. Have ranked 3 out of 7. That's close to where I'm at on it. I think by the end, I did enjoy the season. I didn't really care as much. The first half of the season, though. But I think I come out of it being like, yeah, it's definitely better than like Canada. I think it's definitely better than like AU2. I guess it's probably easier to say the seasons. It's like I think AU1 and I think and I think UK1. I think those two are better. I think US2 is set up to be better right now. I think it's like on par with NZ. I think I connected more of NZ at the time, though I think lasting impact wise, I feel like UK2 probably has more of a lasting impact. And I'm kind of just conflicted on where I'm at with the US1 right now. Where actually, this is the thing. I actually started a US, like, so I finished AU1 earlier today. Then I started watching the premiere of US1 because I did want to rewatch US1 too. And then, like, I watched like half the episode. I was like, I'm just kind of bored. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna click as much on the rewatch, but I'll probably continue it eventually. Is this game literally just walking through the same hallways over and over again? Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Wait. Oh, that's a button? Okay, well, that's fucking great. Yep. That turned out cool. Okay. I feel like 46 is gonna flop. I'll say I am liking the cast so far. I do find it strange how okay, cool. How like little game stuff there is. in relation to the promotion and like how much they're focusing on in the cast.
Where am I?
Yeah, where am I? That is a question.
Am I safe? Where did it even go?
But yeah,
What the fuck?
am I for Madam Web? Yeah, I did see it was terrible. Got terrible reviews. Life is online as fast as she can run. I guess so. I mean, the question is her life really on the line? After seeing how masterful Alex played AU1 Endgame, I'm ready to admit she's better. No, I actually still think Harry is better. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, yeah, like, I think it comes down to how she played before that. And, like, I think the thing is, I think if I was on the show with Alex, I feel like I would know it's Alex.
Not Maya, too.
Which, I mean, I guess to be fair, I guess you could, like, you could obviously just say that anyway. But, like, I feel like she does overact. Harry can never survive those last two. He fucking survived, I think even more precarious last votes. Like, I think his final, like, I think it's insane that, that he survives the votes he does. Or if Alex, I think it was, like, kind of a foregone conclusion. Just through the fact that, like, Lewis and Kate had more sus on them from earlier.
That's how I want my life to be.
Or, like, Alex never had sus on her, and again, a lot of reasons why she never had sus on her is because she wasn't a traitor until the last, like, 3 episodes. Again, like, for me, that's what it comes down to, is the fact that, like, Alex wasn't a traitor until episode 8. Like, I think her path to a win is much easier than someone that was a traitor the entire time. Where, again, like, you literally, like, Craig, in the finale, is, like, talking about the reasons why Alex can't be the traitor. And his explanation are, like, half the things are things that happened before she was a traitor. To where, like, it was just, like, such a massive advantage for that she wasn't a traitor at the very beginning. Harry survived made no sense, yeah. Like, no, actually, it does make sense. Like, I understand what... This looks really good graphically, by the way. This looks like something from, like, The Last of Us or something. But... Yeah, like, I understand why Molly makes the decision she does. Because, like, Molly, in her position, thinks that neither of them are traitors. Like, she doesn't think Jazz or Harry are traitors. So in that position, she's like, do I really want to screw my best friend and Harry out of the money when I don't even think he actually is a traitor? She was dickmatized, I mean, maybe. That's part of his game. Jazz had him clocked, but he never did anything about it. And, like, at the end of the day, like also Lewis was more onto Alex than Kate. Which, straight up, I think, like, that was Kate playing it poorly. Like, Kate should have tied the vote with Lewis and tried to force Craig's hand and get Kate out at 4. Where, yeah, Lewis was more sus on Alex than he was on Kate. So the fact that Kate doesn't fight for him to be the one to make it to 3, I think is really bad. If I'm an issue with the traders, the end game recruited traders have such an advantage. Yeah. Like, obviously, just in general, the traders have the advantage throughout the entire game. But, yeah, obviously, like, people that are recruited late have the advantage of, like, early on in the game, they could say they're faithful and, like, use the, like, points where they were faithful as explanation for why they're faithful. While also still having the advantage of having all the information and everything that the traders have. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Tomorrow, Xbox is going to do their announcement, which I'm assuming it's not going to be as bad as people thought it was, considering like all the recent stuff that's come out, like where like Starfield supposedly isn't going to PlayStation, all that stuff, to where like some of the rumors were like proven false. So
You don't really like this place.
yeah, like I'm assuming tomorrow it'll be like, okay, Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves 100% going into PlayStation.
In this town,
And then like maybe Indiana Jones.
noodles.
Like that's definitely a possibility. And then like obviously yeah, like I think they're just gonna go on case by case basis
Idea to leave town.
for a lot of things. I think they'll be very like I don't think Gears of War and Halo and stuff like that
Build your canvas.
are going to
As
PlayStation.
long as I'm with you.
But I do think like I would not be shocked if like Bethesda games are going to PlayStation and like Activision games.
There's no way out.
Where I think that might like that part of the rumor is probably true for the most part, but I don't think they're gonna go as far as like to put like I don't think like again like the next like Gears of War 6 like that's not going on PlayStation.
Maya,
But again, like could they release like the Gears of War trilogy,
Stadia?
like the first 3 on PlayStation? Maybe? Like, I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility. Same with like Master Chief Collection. Like, could they release on PlayStation? Potentially, but they're not going to release like Halo, next Halo, whatever that ends up being, on PlayStation. Like, I feel like I definitely see Xbox using PlayStation the way PlayStation uses PC. Like, that's the sense I would get from this. Is that they're going to utilize PlayStation as a marketing tool. And also a way to also add in new revenue, obviously. It kind of works as both, where if you release your game on a new console, that allows you obviously get extra sales from that console, but also allows for new people to play that game, to where when those people play that game, they're going to be like, well, fuck, I want to play the new one that comes out when it comes out, so I'm going to go buy, like, again, if like Master Chief Collection comes out, as an example, and people play Master Chief Collection on PlayStation, then like the new Halo game comes out and it's exclusive to Xbox, then they're gonna be like, fuck, I really want to play this, I'm gonna get an Xbox to play this. It's like the same way that worked with like God of War came out in the like when Ragnarok was about to come out, so like they're trying to get people to go buy PS5 to play Ragnarok. Pentiment is the best Xbox exclusive. I haven't played it, but I really want to. I actually no, I don't have it installed, do I? But I did at one point, and then I decided to install the
Why?
backwards compat games instead.
Are you?
But after the 2023 thing, like I'm done with all those games. I'll probably install like Pentiment and like the Gears games and stuff like that. Already finished AE 2016. Well, there we go. Now you can move on to a good season. But yeah, 2016 is not great. It has its moments for sure. But yeah, post-merge is bad. The answer for the one, what does belong? Question is Jesse. They attended the first tribal season. Okay, there's no way I was going to get that. Better competitions, Will or Rennie? I think it's Rennie.
Even more followers.
Maybe. Yeah, I feel like it would be Rennie.
I lost followers.
Finale 2016 is great. Yeah, kinda. I mean, I don't know, great. It's good. Tracy's one winning an Emmy for casting as a major travesty. I would agree. Where I find it funny that that's the show that's winning for casting.
Wow.
It's like a season where like half the people are like complete no names. Gura should be on Traders Korea. I guess. Depends on how much you like Gura. I like Gura as a TV presence. Don't love him as a person though. Finale and Final 7 are the only decent parts. Post-merge, yeah, pretty much.
Congrats on reaching your follower goal.
Trish Korea, it would be
We
fun.
want sexy pics already.
Don't know if it'll happen though.
Stop! Please!
where I don't think Traders has gone to an Asian country, has it? It's only been like Europe, right? What did he do? I mean, like, it's even mentioned in the show that he's like open, like he's known for being a very open misogynist. Like it's literally talked about like constantly in the premiere.
Situation to deal with.
Or like he's gotten in trouble for making like really misogynistic comments.
I'm so sorry.
No, I shouldn't have gotten mad like that.
Rewatched the premiere 2017. You're excited? Yeah. I'll say I love episode 2. Like episode 2 of 2017 is one of my favorite episodes.
I haven't accepted my
Probably one of my favorite like pre-merge Australian Survivor episodes. So.
Why did she jump?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like probably
Why did
somewhat
she have to die?
common in Korea.
Dead?
Alright, what question am I at, by the way, on this?
Maya's really dead?
Yeah, who hasn't commented? Tammy, Kathy, Zoe.
How could I forget that?
I mean, they were all Rotu.
Hello?
So, like, Robert DeCanio, I think is the answer. Girl isn't even the biggest misogynist on the season? Is he not? Who's the bigger misogynist on the season? Like, in the grand scheme of Traders, I could see it. But who's more on the season? Oh, I forgot I completely forgot John Suck was there. Is Junsuk a bigger misogynist? I don't like. I know Junsuk is like the Trump of Korea. But is that based on misogyny? To where like I don't know, has he made like more like misogynistic comments and stuff than Gura? Okay. Fun. Oh. So yeah, chase sequences are not my thing. Perfect. Okay. Not the most fun thing running through. Okay, well that's fucking great. I really feel like this cast for 2017 is 10 times better. Yeah, they are. 279 episode is so boring. I could see that. Actually, how far did we get? Let's see. I know at least one person got eliminated, right? Okay, so only Jay got eliminated. Interesting. Wow, that's kind of sad, actually. Like, obviously Jay was, like, again, like, not the greatest, like, didn't get the greatest portrayal on this season, but I think for him to, like, end up being last in the final is a travesty. But, it is what it is. So how did it work? Like, they just all voted in somebody? But why did, like, Corey vote himself? I don't know. Okay, I'll watch the episode. Is pop music worse than Traders UK or Survivor UK? I think it's utilized better in Traders UK. Oh, well, cool. I keep forgetting that's a button. Should I just let myself get killed at this point? I think I already fucked it up. Cool. Okay, so that's the same. So, like, there's a guy that shows up here, right? So I turn around? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the thing.
Where am I?
Yeah, fuck these. Okay, got through it. Where it seems like AU will have two. Okay, hold that scroll away. I was asleep. Okay, see you later, biggest party. But AU have two pretty great seasons in a row after Abyssal season. Yeah, this is the first time we're having like two well received seasons in a row. These obviously I like 2018. But it still was like not the most popular season at the time. So like, that was like a thing that people talk about, is that like that the even number seasons are better than the odds. But yeah, this is on pace to potentially be the best odd number season. We'll see. There's like a 10% chance I like Sangman by the end of the season. Only 10%? That's a travesty. Most shocking Survivor winner in terms of edit? Probably Bob.
Maybe.
It's probably the answer. Or Chris Underwood.
Here goes.
Dude, I think Chris Underwood, though, I think you see more of the signs if you rewatch it, but also it's like it's still not enough to where I don't think you would think he legitimately wins. But like, he does get good content on the edge. So how far into this are we? We're still only 36 minutes, so like we're not anywhere. Yeah, because like I believe this is like 2 hours, right? How much do I like him? I mean, I think Sangman is the greatest reality TV character of all time. Is there a single second of UK Panama better than UK 2023? Like, I assume so, right? Right? Maybe not, though, actually. Nothing's coming to mind. Actually, what is the best moment of AU Panama? Is like Typhon. What did he do again? I don't remember. What did he do at the beginning? He threw their machete in the water. Is that what he did? It was something like that, right? I think Devons. I remember thinking Devons or Aubrey would win. I didn't think Aubrey was gonna win, but I think I definitely thought Devons was winning coming into the finale. Well, this is also a thing. Like, the spoilers didn't even have him winning, right? I mean, there were no like real credible spoilers, but for Edge of Extinction. But like, I remember like coming into the finale, it's like we knew Chris came back, because like he spoiled it himself, but it was just assumed that he was like losing Violence or something.
Oh no, my battery.
So it was kind of insane to see him like go on to win. Actually, I did see that. It was like there's like a control, like they're essentially like redoing the phases, right? For the final, which makes sense that they would do something like that. Only person I've turned around on the genius has been Poon. He's been kind of serving since leaving the old man group. Yeah, Poon's good too, but Sangman's better. I believe Victoria. So like, there was a spoiler that came out like the day before the finale or something. It was like the week of the finale that said Victoria wins. But like, it didn't make sense though. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I think some people believed it, but it didn't like actually make sense that Victoria was gonna win, like based on the edit and everything. Thoughts on AU again? It's very, very good. Possibly the best. Like, I think it's up there with the best weeks in AU history, right? I don't think it actually is the best week. I assume there's got to be other better weeks, but like, this was a really, really, really good 3-episode stretch. Yeah, do you hate Sam Webb? That is wait, really did not like L? She pissed you off. Yeah, Elle is actually like. What's funny about that season is that like obviously Elle's like not super present in it, but like supposedly she would have beat everybody at the end.
Do this.
Do I think I would ever rank pre-merge post-merge for AU? I would consider it for sure. I would not be opposed to it. The thing is like with AU and like SA videos, the thing is like they're so easy to make because they're so short. The issue is like finding time on the schedule for them. But like in terms of like the process of making them, it's like pretty easy to do. Episode 8 is so iconic, yeah. And yeah, I was surprised at how good it was. Both episode 8 and 9, both of them. Basically, I think episode 7 was the weakest episode of the season. Okay, what am I actually doing right now then? Worst move, Rob and Shona taking out Jane, or Richard and Jackie taking out Zoe. Like, I think Richard and Jackie taking out Zoe is worse. Or no, wait, no, Richard and Jackie taking out Zoe is better. Because I think Rob, like, again, like, it's not even like a Shona and Jackie move. It's more so like, is Rob's move to take out Jane or Richard's move to take out Zoe. And again, for Rob, he had the game on lock, and all he did is destabilize that. Where like Richard did not have the game in lock, and like by making that move, he at least essentially made it a near guarantee that he would win if he got to the end, and essentially made a guarantee he would get the 3. Where that wasn't as secured before that. Will Flick have won if she got into the end? No. Right? Maybe. I think it depends on who. Like, she wouldn't have beaten Elle. Like, Elle beats everybody. I think since, like, after the Brooke blindside, Elle beats everybody. Flick, I think, can potentially... Like, yeah, I mean, like, I think against Christy, I think it's close. I think against Lee, I think it's probably likely. But the jury did not like her, though, is the thing. Oh, thank you, Menace, for a resub. But yeah, like, the jury didn't like any of the people at the end outside of Elle. Like, they were, like, low on Christy until Final Tribal. They were low on Lee. They, again, did not respect Flick. Or, like, I think, like, someone like Nick was that obviously, like, someone that could, like, prop up Flick and stuff. But, like, I think, like, again, like, Brooke, Sam, I don't think they were happy with Flick at all. But yeah, Kyungran, Jungmoon, and Minseo would dominate Traders Korea. Imagine Minseo on Traders Korea. That'd be pretty insane. Chris Game's so bad, what's she even doing? That is the question. Like, I talk a lot about how shit Christy is, so. I was a Heisem on Traders US, that'd be great. But yeah, where am I at the quiz? I think I'm almost done, aren't I? Episode title of the Marquesas finale. Is that one the Sole Survivor? I think it's the Sole Survivor. One of the sub-stories follows a weeb who tries to get Kasuga to do ninja things for a documentary. That sounds about right for Yakuza. Is Jungwon's best gameplay her guest appearance on main match? Possibly. Who's playing the best on AU so far? Playing the best? Who the fuck knows? edit wise, it's like Valeria, but like gameplay wise, I legitimately like don't even know like who'd actually be the pick. Yeah, I mean, like, is it Winna? Like, who's actually playing the best right now? Like, what's funny is I think I would have like considered Garrick, despite the fact he just got voted out. Yeah, it's like I'm like really trying to run through the people. I mean, like Caroline, like is playing well, but like her episode 8 was a train wreck. Um, did anyone actually think Christy was winning at the time? No, no one did. I had like suspicions. Like I do feel like there were points early on in the merge where I was like, oh, this feels like kind of winnery. But and also like her like content on the original try with like her crying and like Lee consoling her and that sort of thing. Like I felt like, okay, that's kind of good personal content. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone really thought she was winning though. But the thing is, like, by the time we got to that, like I think actually, I want to look this up. Who was actually considered the Edgic frontrunner? I didn't properly follow Edgic at that point, as in like actually like obviously like I still pay attention to the edit and everything, but I didn't really like keep power rankings and that sort of thing. Okay, so I see this power ranking. This one does have Christy in the lead at the very, very end. This one had Kylie very high for a lot of it. I don't remember Kylie being that high. Where the way I remember the season is that like Flick was a contender like right away. And then it kind of goes away by like episode 3 or 4 or so. And then like I remember Matt being someone that was like pretty high until like the swap. And at the time, or the second swap, like the swap where again like we had the two like really unbalanced tribes. Then I don't really remember who I thought was the front runner at that point. But I do remember like Kate. Yeah, like Kate seems to be someone that got a pretty good edit. I remember. And I remember like by the time the merge, it was like Brooke until her blindside. And once Brooke got blindsided, at that point it was like, okay, who's left? Where I think it was looked at as Lee. But like I think by the very end it was like, okay, maybe it's Christy. But like for a lot of season that definitely wasn't the case. Think she can go home next week? Who are we talking about? Oh, Eileen? Yeah, I think Eileen's probably going home next week. Well, I said this earlier in stream that like I think if someone from the Ferris side thinks is going home, it's Eileen. Like if someone gets screwed over from Ferris having the idol, I think it's gonna be Eileen. If I didn't know Christy had won, I probably would have thought it was Lee in the end game. Yeah, I don't remember what I actually thought. But I do remember, it's like RHAP had Australian Survivor Know-It-Alls at that point. And I remember they were like really, really shocked that Christy won. To the point where like they had to get Nick on the podcast like midway through and like he like explained it to them. But I remember like they were like mind blown. Is Jerry better or worse than Dr. I think better, right? He's definitely better than them. Like, he won a decent amount of comps. When is Kelly getting booted? I think Kelly might potentially be finalist at this point. We'll see. I think Titans will flip to work with Ferris and Raymond. I think so. I think, like, if I were to guess... I mean, the thing is, like, the biggest tribal yet kind of messes with things. But if that promo didn't happen, I think my assumption would have been Eileen is out next, then the Titans work with them and then take out, like, Scott. And then if they go to tribal again, then maybe at that point Ferris and Kirby get their act straight and then vote out, like, Charles. I think that's what would have made sense to me. Because I feel like all three of those people feel like people that would be booted before the merge. Where, like, all of them are, like, people that aren't major focuses in the edit. But, like, people who have gotten, like, a decent enough setup to where, like, it would make sense that them going home at this point. Well, also, again, making, like, kind of, like, logical sense for... I think it makes logical sense for Eileen and Charles. I think Scott is the weirder one, logically, to go home. I mean, Charles being next boot, like, again, like, with the biggest tribal yet of it all, like, maybe it is Charles. Like, maybe some, like, weird stuff happened. Like, I obviously Ferris is, like, also... 1,000,000,000%, like, it's going to be that tribe, right? Going to tribal. Like, 100%, like, the new Rebels tribe is not going to tribal. But, yeah, like, I assume Ferris's idol definitely plays a major factor into it. Joel Frommer's transfer 2002 is a final juror that actively played to be a final juror by making a deal only to quit. Yeah, that is the thing. Also, Garrick is a winner contender last week. I'm too fair. By episode 7, I dropped him to 8, I believe. And actually, to be fair though, like, to be fair to that, as in, like, counteracting my entire thing, I actually thought with this episode, I was actually thinking, like, if Garrick does not go home here, I think he's back to number 2. I think he's back to being, like, the best outside of Valeria. But obviously, no, that didn't happen. Yeah, where are we at? The quiz. Odd one out. Nothing postseason should be factored in. Rob Mariano, Sarah, Sean, Gabriel, Hunter. I mean, like, Gabriel's the only one not on the same starting tribe. Who's on the DVD cover of Thailand? Interesting question. So, I remember Rob Zabatnik and Sheehan are on there, I believe. Then Brian, Clay, Helen, Ted. Is that who it is? If I'm wrong, it's funny, because I literally just made my DVD cover video, like, or, like, at least recorded it, not that long ago. Like, a few months ago. So I should know this one. Let's see. Oh, no, Gandia's on there. Shit. Oh, it's not Ted, it's Gandia. Okay, probably better. But yeah, it's Gandia, Brian, Helen, Sheehan, Clay, Rob. What a random cover. I remember Christy winning was Spoiled. Oh, was it Spoiled? If it was Spoiled, I probably knew them, but I don't remember it being Spoiled, really. So maybe I just didn't, like, care enough about Transformer at that point? I don't know. Not my Burgalicious was problematic for you. Yeah, what a line. I watched the video where that guy ranks every... Yeah, I don't watch it, but I, like, scrolled through it. But that was Survivor Florida, right? Really want to see a season of AU where they give one or both of the finalists, the classic AU. We're gonna give you no confessionals. That would be funny. Which, I mean, to be fair, like, last season was close. Or, like, with, like, Liz having a pretty, like, quiet beginning. Matt and Jerry also had, like, quieter edits. When Kitty becomes Benji and gives her the mark and idles out Carolyn. Yeah, obviously that's gonna happen. I'm sure Kitty does, like, obviously, like, outside for mystery to Mark and everything. Like, Kitty does seem to be a pretty good player, right? Like, socially, at least. This is backtracking, right? Is there a restart checkpoint thing? There isn't. Yeah, I have no clue where I'm going. At least Liz was present, but was quiet. Yeah. Yeah, she was still on the show. Just didn't get many confessionals. I'll see you later, Dave. As far as Florida Race new video, what was the video? I thought Matt was going to win after premiere. I did too. I had him number 1 on my power ranking. Kitty did have a bad read when Sarah Ann threw Mark on their bus. Yeah. But again, like, I feel like she seems to be, like, really good socially, though. And, like, obviously, like, yeah, like, that read's really, really bad. But, again, like, she's still, like, she was still able to get, Rihanna and Sarah to, like, go on their side to where they talk about being closer to Kitty. And then, like, Eden, there's also talk about how, like, Eden's closer, like, Eden and Caroline are closer to Kitty than they are to each other. So it does feel like Kitty is this, like, linchpin there. Yeah, I mean, like, truth be told, I don't find Liz to be that entertaining of a personality anyway. So where it's like, I think it's probably better off that she didn't get the most content. Guide to Australian Survivor? I mean, like, that's essentially in my International Survivor. By the way, I do want to do a Guide to Survivor US at some point. Even though, like, obviously it's not really needed. I just actually, like, genuinely just want to make that video, though. Just, like, essentially give a, like, spoiler-free review of Survivor. I think would be kind of funny. Liz kind of scares you? Well, that's something. I think it's fair to say that approximately 70% of reads on most Survivor Big Brother players are bad. Yes. Liz gets to the fights. Does she? Like, she does, but I mean, like... Oh, is it enough? Oh, wait, that was the video? Guide to Australian Survivor? Okay. Kind of seems like a pointless video to make. Right, sure. I probably wouldn't even made, like, I know I wouldn't have made my own Guide to International Survivor if I didn't, like, wanna mirror the first year.
This is just like before.
Also found Liz to not be that good of a player. I would kind of agree. Like, the thing is, I think Liz is the type of player that, like, is always gonna make it deep into an Australian Survivor game, but she also is, like, pretty bad strategically. Alright, what's the next question? What these 5 players have in common? They were all on Sukchai. Episode where Penny Ramsey gets booted. So, episode 7... Like, is this including a recap? Is there a recap episode in Thailand? I don't remember. But anyway, episode 7 would have been the fake merge. Episode 8 would have been the Aaron boot. Episode 9 would have been the Ken Stafford boot. So episode 10 is the Penny boot. Boot order Marquez from first boot to winner. Peter Harkey, Patricia, Hunter Ellis. It is Sarah Jones, right? Yeah, Sarah Jones, Gabriel Cade, Gina Cruz, Boston Rob, John Carroll, Zoe. I'm not gonna go with last name with that. Whatever. Anyway, Tammy, the General, Sean Rector, Pascal, Kathy, Nalia, Fisapia. So there we go. Valeria is just a better version of Liz. Entertainment wise, I would agree. Gameplay wise, like, we haven't seen yet, but like definitely entertainment wise. How's my game of the year so far? I mean, yeah, I mean it's a game.
Good to me.
She was so good to me. Obviously, this game's masterfully written. Surprised to see Liz in my top 10 players. Like, I think it's purely from the fact that I think she's very, like, I think she's type of player again. Like, will do well on most seasons. Straight up, I would not have her as high anymore. I think I definitely put her too high. Where I think if I were to redo the list, right, what would I change? So I think Pia was 10, right? I would swap Pia and Jericho for 1. And then I would probably drop Liz to around where Jericho is, or so. But I think she still would be top 10, though.
I didn't think you'd share your thoughts in a letter.
Who's my least favorite US winner, entertainment-wise?
Actually, kind of like that. You write in a really flowery and passionate way.
I'm trying to think of the actual answer. Like, it's probably Tommy, probably. By the end of it. Just because, like, what's that notable from Tommy? Like, entertainment-wise? Like, I don't particularly like Bob on the show either, but it's like, I guess the fake idol thing's something. Heidick is rough. I think Heidick at least has some, like, darkly humorous confessionals, though. Where it's like, I don't know what Tommy brings to the table entertainment-wise. Ours at least has, like, Call of Wambulance, has the rivalry with Terry. I think there's at least, like, something there. Am I gonna replay it later? Probably not, straight up. I don't think I care enough. We're like, for me, I think it was either I played it on stream, or I'm just, like, not gonna play it until, like, I actually make my 2024 list, and I'll probably just, like, just play it for the sake of, like, so I can say I've played it. Now, if I don't finish it, then maybe I'll finish it off stream. But if I do finish it, yeah, I'll probably just not play it again. I go back then? Kind of surprised I liked Bob on your Gabon rewatch. Well, maybe I will then. Probably not, though. Does Amber White or Amber have... yeah, I guess that's... I think Amber... Not really. Like, obviously the relationship with Boston Rob, but it's like, how entertaining is that? Natalie White, I think her killing the rat is something. There was another moment. What's the other moment? But yeah, and those two aren't great either. Yeah, I did play it through, so that's all that matters. Should I post this on my Let's Play channel?
Amelie's not like this, though. Right?
I never, like, maybe I should. I don't know. Episode ranking for... I haven't thought about an episode ranking, but it'd probably be... Let's see, so... I think episode 6 is potentially the worst? Or is it 2? Let's see, so episode 1's better than 2. I think 3... Is 3 better than 1? I think 1 and 3 are obviously, like, very, very similar, but I think 3 obviously doesn't have the job of, like, introducing everybody. And I think it, like, ones up, like, a lot of the things that were done in 1.
Amelie wants to go too.
Something, maybe it is better than 1. Episode 4 was the bias boot. I don't know, where would that land? The vote off is crazy. I don't know if the rest of the episode is as good. So like it might be 4 or 3, 1, 4, 2. And episode 5 was like really good, just the vote off wasn't as good. Mainly in the fact that we didn't get a vote off. So I think that would be, so I think it's 3, 1, 5, 4, 2. I think 6 probably the worst. And I think 2 is the worst. I think 6 then 2. Oh yeah, and yeah, the challenge throw too. Yeah, that's a good aspect of it too.
Hard on myself, huh?
Which, by the way, also it turns out that like Kirby was also in on the challenge throw and didn't tell Ferris and Garrick that. So that's also in her knock against Kirby there. I would say just do it in order. So yeah, just Amazon the plow. Okay, that's literally just backtracking. Yeah, then 7. I think 3 and 1 are better. 5. I think it's probably 3, 1, then 7. And I think 8 and 9 are... I think might be the 2 best subs of the season, right? Which one's better, 8 or 9? I think the how chaotic episode 8 was fantastic. But I also feel like the back and forth between like Kirby and Ferris was really, really great from 9. It's like I feel like both of them are like really, really good. I don't know which one's actually better. But I think those are 1 and 2, 8 and 9. So I guess like 3 would be 3, then the premiere be number 4. Then it would be episode 7 would be number 5. And then what was after that? I already forgot. Then episode 5 I think is number 6. Then episode 4 and episode 2, then episode 6. Or no, episode 6 and episode 2. Either way. Everything here about Kirby that isn't shown is horrible. Yeah. Where again, like I just started that. Like I think Kirby is like a very, very good social player. And I think it's her main like skill in the game. I think she is terrible strategically. Oh, what is this?
Wonder what those guys are talking about.
8 is so Victor's Valiant Final 7.
Fortune telling?
I'm
A lot of people.
trying to remember what happened at Victor's Valiant episode. So yeah, like that was Cooper, and then like Mitch flipped his vote at the last second, right? So Cooper got voted out.
Well, I think there's something real about it.
Which I think that's
My great grandmother.
better. I think like Victor's Valiant like made more like sense. Actually, I thought this earlier that like Rihanna's decision makes sense. Like I get why she does it, though. Again, it's like all based on a misread.
They all eventually turned on my great grandmother.
This game is Persona, obviously.
Guess you can predict other people's futures.
Yeah, Futaba's the star. Yeah, and that shocked me too. Where like looking back at the draft, like Kirby was like a final round pick, and Again, like Kirby was my first gut instinct of a winner pick, and I went against it because like her video where she talked about how she like doesn't know the show at all and stuff like that. Um,
No point predicting.
so like yeah, like dropped her towards the bottom at that point, but yeah, I did not realize like how like big of a player she would be. Oh, the tarot card. I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah, there we go. There's adding more Persona shit. Is that what the monster that's hunting us? Is it a Persona? Imagine that's the ending of this game. Is that like it's revealed this is a collab with Atlas? It's a fucking Persona game. Okay, this is not the right way. Yeah, did the episode air yet? I assume it aired, right? But yeah, again, it was supposed to come out on 9, but then oh yeah, it's literally premiering right now. Okay, that's funny. 44 people are actually watching it. So, good on them. And more people are watching it than are here, so. Yeah, good on them that they got that many people to watch it that late. I do remember, if I wasn't streaming, I would be watching it right now. But because I'm not streaming, I don't know when I'm gonna watch it. Straight up. Because like tomorrow, I'll have to watch the challenge before work. After work I have the traders. I have to make my reviews for both of them. So like maybe I'll watch it when like setting up the reviews. The like part of the reviews I have to do for them, but I don't know. But I might not end up watching it until Friday at that point. Kirby's Invisible first 2 episodes, which is funny looking back. Yeah, that's also a thing. Is that Kirby literally wasn't even on the show the first 2 episodes. And again, like literally invisible, as in like didn't even get like a camp life scene where she was like in a conversation with someone else. Like I believe she's like literally not even on the show outside of like maybe like in the challenge. Okay, where am I actually going? I was here earlier, right? No, this is the same room. If Rihanna didn't flip, do you think the rock draw? We talked about it earlier. I think it's like so because Mark played his idol. I do think it's more likely that someone on the other side flips, particularly Eden. But it definitely would have been interesting. I wonder if that's what Mark was banking on at that point. Was a potential rock draw, and that if he played his idol, he'd be safe. But again, like I think it's very precarious for you expecting a rock draw pre-merge. Morning routine, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday involves immediately watching Australian Survivor. Yeah, me too. That's pretty much all I like. Literally, my entire Sunday is watch Australian Survivor in the morning, work, and then stream. That's literally my Sunday. Sounds like an average AU edit. There's no way Jaden would flip. Yeah, Jaden's not flipping. I don't think Kitty is the type that would flip. I think it would have to be Caroline, Eden, or Rihanna that flip.
It won't open.
Okay, where am I going then? Where haven't I gone? Rock draw always. I actually think it is kind of insane that we've had so few rock draws. Which obviously, yeah, like no one wants to go home, do the rock and all that sort of stuff. But like, you would think there would be more instances where it would like just kind of like accidentally happen or something. Because like the rock draws that we've had, like like we've never had it in AU, which is like kind of insane. Also, never had a rock draw in AU. SA, we've only had the pre-merge one, which is ridiculous. And then like US. Wait, what is this down there? Wait, what is this? Cool. Yeah, what is this? But yeah, first time we ever had it was like a time where like it didn't even make sense to have it, and it was literally them introducing it for the first time. Blood vs. Water is like the only genuine rock draw. And because like the other ones, Militia Gen X, were like that was a rock draw by accident. Whereas essentially a rock draw because like no one wanted a rock draw there. But they just like didn't trust the other to not flip, so like they all decided to just stay in the assumption that someone else on the other side would flip. It's just that no one flipped. Just sort of groceries and checkers. Interesting. I've had checkers in forever. Okay, I'm literally going around in circles at this point. But where am I supposed to go? Where's the game want me to go? I can't believe this is where this stream has gone, though. I go from fucking playing Oxenfree for an hour where I'm just walking around in circles, to now playing Silent Hill the Short Message where I'm also walking around in circles. This Miz all fuck, but prefer it to Burger King or Taco Bell. Yeah. I haven't had McDonald's in forever either, actually. I really just in general, I haven't had much like fast food recently. But I don't think I've had McDonald's since like, I don't know, like beginning of last year or something. Oh, I forgot. I did have Burger King. When did I have Burger King? I did get Burger King probably like was it a month ago? I could literally look it up. Not that this fucking matters. I don't know why I'm even bothering to look it up, but whatever. When was that? January 28th. Okay, so that was like way less than a month ago. But that was what, like 2.5 weeks ago? So that's the thing. Wait, where's this? This is new, right? Oh. Cool. Oh. Cool. What's this, Life is Strange? Imagine it's a Life is Strange crossover. Had more fun watching Australian Fire Titans vs. Rebels and Heroes of Villains than every season since Winter Civil War. I would agree, yeah. That's about right. Imagine Titans vs. Rebels is the best season of the year. The Australian Survivor has like best season of the year for 2 years in a row. That'd be pretty insane. Oh my god, this is like this is like literally Life is Strange. I just got a Whopper. Because yeah, I'm like one of the few people that actually likes Whoppers, I guess. As an Australian, I thought people were delusional. Here's the villains calling AU better than US, and I fully get it. Yeah, again, like I said this earlier in stream too, that like I feel like this might be like I think this week is probably the point where I'm like, yeah, maybe just Australian Survivor is at this point the better show. And again, like too, like again, we got a new executive producer for AU after for Here's the Villains. It's the same guy running the show now, and like he seems to actually like know what he's doing. Doesn't like bloat the game with like a whole bunch of twists. So lets the players play for the most part. And yeah, again, it's worked out really well. Which again is funny considering like there was like such a oh no, I got onion. Actually, I'm pretty sure I got onion. Oh no, I remember now. I got fucking okay. I got Whopper and onion rings, but then they didn't fucking give me my onion rings, so I had to get a fucking a refund. Yeah, I remember that. That's what happened now. He's a guy on DoorDash. Yeah, those fucking bastards. Fisher rewatched Tokuchin's pre-merge. Low key, it might be it might be the worst one of 10 to 20. Yeah, I mean, like it's. I think the pre-merge of that season is like really propped up by essentially the Exile Alliance plus like Coach and Tyson. Finish, rewatch. Oh yeah, fucking I just read that one. Wait, it's wait, what are we talking about? Next week's probably gonna have One on a Limb. My assumption was that, but also, we're at 16 right now, right? To which they do like to merge in episode 13. So it's like, if we are going to merge in episode 13, then I don't believe we can have an on a limb. But it would make sense if we did have an on a limb. So not like fully sure. To where like I could see them doing like some sort of dumb. Cool. Okay. No game. Okay, that was me just playing that. Again, like who the fuck decided that fucking L1 is a button that makes you turn that makes you like see the opposite like side of the camera or whatever. It's such a weird thing. Oh, we're talking about how much A would hype up a rock draw. Okay.
Why are you chasing me?
Like, they would 100% spoil it for the most part, right? Is that what you were talking about? Funniest edit is still Benji having 0 confessionals for 7 episodes, yeah. Yeah, that's still insanity. That's the thing that happened. Is that someone that was invisible for 6 episodes ended up with the most confessionals of the season? Imagine that happened on US. That someone was like, and like obviously like US is a shorter season, which would make it like near impossible for that to happen on US. But just imagine though. Oh fuck. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. But hopefully I'm going the right way. That would be cool. Okay, I think I got away. Perfect. Star Flavor of Season 2. Wow, yeah. Yeah, I did watch episodes 1 and 2 that Corey watched. I don't know if he's watched more since then, but I've watched those two. Which, yeah, the premiere's insane. What else did I watch? So, Will Neff started watching Blood vs. Water again, kind of. Been taking it super slow, but I watched the J-Boot episode, and I watched like half of the Sandra Boot episode, but I didn't finish it yet. Is he streaming today? I assume he's not. Yeah, he's not. Okay. But yeah, maybe he'll pick up watching it more now that he's like not in Texas or whatever. But like you could just tell he doesn't give a shit about the season though, which I do find funny. But it's also like I kind of do want him to like I do kind of want him to move on Heroes vs. Villains at this point. Because you can just kind of tell he's like not fully into it. And like, while I still think he'll be like super excited at like a Mark win and everything, like I obviously would be more excited to watch Heroes vs. Villains. Do I think Survivor US will ever go back to the 39 days? Probably not, but not impossible.
Going.
Like, I think if it does, it'll be for like a big season.
Yeah.
I don't think it normally will go back to 39 days.
Amelie.
So our mothers has been assembled. Okay. We fucking have Liz from Survivor Michigan on there.
Come closer.
Victoria from BB Can, Brittany, Rachel Riley, Taylor,
Wait a sec.
Daniel. Oh, I didn't even see Daniel Reyes. Oh, wait, I didn't even see Ika, Devon. Yeah. What a group.
Those glasses look good on you.
That's why you should listen to chat. I mean, the thing is, like, I actually didn't mind him watching Blood vs. Water at the beginning because, like, I actually thought he would like the season. I just hit the mic because I'm an idiot. But yeah, I actually thought he would like the season because, again, I knew he was gonna like Croc, and I assumed he was gonna like. And obviously, I knew he loved Mark. I think seeing Mark win would have been interesting for him. And obviously, like, it's a season where like the guys like bro down, and I feel like that's like a Will Neff sort of thing. But yeah, he's definitely not loving it. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I did see this. That Traders UK Season 2, AU2, and NZ are going to Peacock. Which, yeah, that's cool. More people can watch them. Funny that UK2 is coming first, considering that just finished. But, whatever. I think he doesn't vibe with the season if his chat doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, that obviously plays like a major factor into things, that he like he's watching it for the content. What is Ben Savage is running for Congress? Why? Is that a thing? Like, is that real? Wow. Yeah, Savage for Congress. Meet Ben. I wonder who is Ben. I don't know who Ben is. Yeah, that's like super random. Why is Ben Savage? Like, has he done anything political before this? Oh, he just got married. Good for him. Well, I guess he did like intern for a senator. He's trying to get Adam Schiff's spot. That's even funnier. Yeah, that's fucking random.
Girl in this picture is
Well, enough when a likable woman gets voted out dancing. I mean, he likes Amy, right? And he likes Chrissy too, right? Likelihood of Star UK is going on hiatus. 80%, 70,
at school.
somewhat high. The fact that he's only watching one episode of stream shows season 2. Yeah, that's also a thing.
There's no beauty in any of
Or like, I know he's been sick too, so I think that's playing a factor. But yeah, I think he definitely just isn't fully feeling the season. Which is funny because like this is actually where the season was still kind of good. Like the season isn't even at the bad part yet. Or like I love like someone said in chat like for like I think it was during episode 6 or something that like don't worry, the season gets better. It's like they said like don't worry, I love this season. The season gets better. It's like no, it doesn't. I mean, but I mean, I guess it does, like at points. But like, again, this is like not the bad part of the season yet. What I vote for, I don't know what his policies are. But also probably just wouldn't vote anyway. The Chun Suck of Survivor. Who are we talking about? Who's more likely to come, or what is more likely to come back at NZ or SA? SA, for sure. That's not even close. Like Enzi's just not coming back.
Where was it?
At least not in the same form. Like if it does come back, it would be like in the UK way of like completely different production team, just full on reboot. Where like SA, I think is probably realistically coming back, but probably just in like a couple years. Like I'll say this, I think I would be surprised if there's not a season in 2025.
Is that why I saw what I did before?
Like it's not coming this year, obviously. There obviously wasn't one last year, but I would expect by the end of this year that there'll be a new season announced, is what I would guess. Where like obviously like that was a big thing when like it was announced that was going on hiatus, that people were like freaking out that like they canceled Survivor SA and stuff, but like that's not really what happened. Like what happened is what they do with Survivor SA like every single fucking time is like essentially let it have 2 seasons in a row and then make it take like a little bit of a break. Like that happened constantly before Philippines. And obviously, like Philippines, Honest Secrets did well, and they were going to do back-to-back-to-back seasons. But then COVID happened. They took a year break anyway. But yeah, like Survivor SA has like always been in this spot where like they're just like not like typically consistent with it. So like I would not be surprised if they decide to bring it back pretty soon. Don't worry, what will Nephew have Georgie randomly giving away? Yeah. I think he's gonna like Jordy, right? At least that'll be something. Yeah, he's gonna hate Sam. Or like he does hate Sam, but I think he's gonna continue to hate Sam. Like up until like her boot. I wonder if he's gonna like Josh, because like Josh still isn't even on the show yet. Because that might play a big factor into how you receive the season, I guess. Yeah, Purgatory is gonna be rough. I wonder how much of it he's just gonna skip. Because I would not be shocked if he does that. Okay, where am I going here?
So, it is a curse. But why me? Why
New
did
flavor,
I
was
curse
it
him?
spiced? What does that mean? Like, is it spiced? Wait. Alchemy of iconic Coke, raspberry, and spiced flavors. So, like, is that in the way that, like, isn't, like, Dr. or what's it called? What's the Dr. Pepper ripoff for Coke? Fib? Is that what it's called? Whatever it is. Like, that, their ripoff. Like, I'm pretty sure they call it spicy cherry, right? Is that what they call that? So, is that, like, is Coke essentially just, like, is, like, spiced Coke like essentially like a variation of that? It is like, wait, which one is it? Isn't it like, what is it called? Okay, Coke brands, I guess. It is like Pib or something, right? It starts with a P. Why can't I find it? It is Pib. Pib Extra. Okay. Yeah. That's what it is. Kind of like Cinnamon. Oh, that'll be terrible.
In a place like this.
Silent Hill taught me that bullying is bad. Yeah, I mean, I would have never guessed that bullying is bad. I would have assumed it was a good thing, obviously. Like, this game's obviously changing my mind on that. I never would have guessed that bullying was bad. And it's still locked. That's fucking great. But yeah, obviously I've absorbed so much of this game. Oh yeah, Fib Extra is a reformulation of Mr. Fib. It was actually called Mr. Fib? This just sounds weird. Actually, now I think about it, I don't think I see Fib Extra in, like, stores. I remember when I was in college, I remember, like, the soda machine they had there had Fib Extra, and I used to get it at points. But I don't think I've seen Fib Extra outside that. Even though Jesse Boot is good TV, he'll despise it. But I think he'll still give good reactions, though. Well, like, that's all that really matters. I think as long as it gives good reactions from Will, then, like, that's the point. But, like, is he gonna personally enjoy it? Probably not, right? But, like, I think the Sam vote off is still good. The Jordan vote off is still good. And really the end game stretch is pretty good. I'm like, from the point that, like, Purgatory ends, like, at that point on, like, the season's pretty okay.
It won't open.
But, like, the early merge is rough. Okay, what am I looking for? And, like, the part of the season he's at now is also pretty rough. We're, like, outside the Croc blind side, which even that was, like, super foreshown. It's not a particularly interesting portion of the game. Oh, you tried it already? It tastes like mainly tastes the raspberry, then the spice. I feel like that's weird. Like, so the spice is cinnamon? Like, that's just strange, I feel like. To have, like, raspberry and cinnamon. What a weird combo. In a soda. It's not transparent. Oh, the tears? Yeah, let's see. Viola Mother Heaven. Semi-mothers. You have Kitty. What has Kitty done? Wait, you don't like Garrick? How do you not like Garrick? Garrick might be my favorite character of the season. Like, I love Garrick. I'm so disappointed Garrick's gone so early. Or again, just like Garrick being like so openly annoyed at Kelly is hilarious. By the way, Kelly in the spelling challenge was so fucking funny. Like her saying she can spell, and then Garrick says everybody can spell, and then she goes and can't spell salsa. I don't know who wins the Kirby Ferris War at this point. I was pro Ferris for a while. Then I feel like this week messes it up a bit. I still am leaning Ferris though. But yeah, I think it's a bit all over the place. He was in more, like, he was in the show a lot. It's just that he didn't get many confessionals. Or like, we were like constantly seeing him as like the right-hand man to Ferris, and he was always there with Ferris. Yeah, that blew my mind, by the way. Like, I love it, like, I was literally seeing them spell chili with 2 L's, and I was like, oh, these fucking idiots. They don't know how to spell chili. How fucking dumb are these people? And I find out, oh, wait, yeah, actually, only America spells chili with 1 L. Did not know that until that happens. Yeah, your draft team's looking pretty bad. You only have Kirby. Yeah, I didn't run through the draft teams, but I believe I'm the only person with all three members of my team still left, which is pretty insane. The problem is that it's not looking good for any of them. But it's also insane that Kegger has Mark and Valeria. Like that's pretty insane there. And then who is it? Someone else has Ferris and Alex, who I think are also two decent contenders. I think it's Julian, right? That has that. Let's see. I believe you're doing bad, Sorquel. He's like, you have Raymond and then Kitty, right? Which is like, yeah, where are we at? Okay, Menace has Winna and Jaden, which, Julian has Ferris and Alex, which again, two decent people. I have Eden, Charles, and Caroline, which, I mean, my best chance is probably Eden. Lymel and Justice Kirby, which probably not looking great. Circle is Kitty and Raymond. Jack has Scott and Rihanna, which also not looking great. Kegger has Valeria and Mark, which again insane. Then Yovira has Eileen and Kelly, which that's something. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you haven't watched. Yeah, I forgot you're not caught up. But yeah, I mean, you have people still on the show. At least there's that. Find it weird. Traders NZ is getting season 2 and still doesn't have a Wikipedia page. I agree. I was actually trying to look up some Traders NZ stuff the other day, and I realized, yeah, it doesn't have a Wikipedia page. That's really fucking weird. Okay, what am I actually doing right now? Like, what am I supposed to be finding? Okay, this is interactable. I think I already interacted with this, though, right? What else is there to interact with? One of Jeff Probst is going to revamp Survivor US with more advantages, which will make US even worse, or go back to past traditions. No, he won't. He won't do the latter. He'll probably do the former. Like, I really, like, just don't get how we still have 3 tribes. Like, that's still insane to me. And again, we'll see what he does for 47, 48. But, like, based on the way he was talking, at least at the time of 45, it doesn't seem like that's going away. It would be cool. Actually, it would be cool if that does play a factor. If, like, New York Times saying Australian Survivor had the best episode of, like, one of the best episodes of the year. Like, maybe that would catch Jeff's attention. Hopefully. Imagine, like, Jeff just doesn't change it, like, sees that, doesn't change anything, but does cast George. Like, that's the one thing to come from that. So he's like, oh, it was obviously because of George. That's the reason. So I'm gonna get George. Yeah, it has a Wikia page, but it needs, like, a real Wikipedia page. Came back from B25, come back from this. I mean, yeah, I guess. I think your only chance is... Actually, no, you have Raymond. I was thinking you had Scott. Because at least Scott, it's like, okay, maybe there's at least something there. I don't know. Raymond's just, like, not even... Like, he's barely there. I think he has longevity. At least there's that. Sure, after every episode, Ferris runs to Twitter to defend all of his shit moves. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention, but I do see he is pretty prevalent on Twitter. I think it's like with Ferris, it's like, I don't think Ferris is, like, playing particularly poorly in the grand scheme of things. Like, obviously, yeah, he had a misread here, but I talked about this earlier. I think at the end of the day, I think him not playing the idol for Garrick is the correct call if he had the correct read to begin with, but he had the bad read. Yeah, his talking to the Titans was not great. But it's like I think his handling of Kirby though, I don't fault him for, because I think that's almost entirely on Kirby's end. Where like Kirby is the one to go after them to begin with. Like Ferris is simply just doing so because she's forcing his hand. No, again, I think it makes sense to keep his idol. Because if he uses his idol, and let's say he uses his idol, he saves Garrick. What happens next round? Like, he probably goes home, or Garrick goes home. Anyway, like they don't have the numbers. Even if he saves Garrick, they still come into the next round like in a position where the Titans are still going to be voting him out. Like if anything, he's screwed even more because he doesn't have his idol at that point. To where I think from his spot, like again, like knowing what we know, I think it is the optimal move. Even then, to like just wait it out and just hope that the Titans are on your side. Like I do feel like using the idol on Garrick is a waste. Where Kirby's side largely disbands if she goes. Let's see. So it's like, okay, yeah. So if we're saying that all the votes are on Garrick, Garrick would, yeah. So Kirby would go. Then it would be Kelly and Scott on the other side. Like potentially. But like I still feel like the thing is like at that point, can you get Scott and Kelly on board? I think is the question. Or do Scott and Kelly side with the Titans? Where it matters like how lost of like really I think Kelly is a lost cause. But it's like, I think at that point it matters how much Scott is amendable. But I still feel like it is worth it to save your idol in that position. Especially like now, let's see, we're still 5-3, right? Yeah, it's 5-3, right? Yeah, so he could still use his idol this round. To where, again, like in the position where you don't know where things are going, I think it's better off that you don't use your idol and just take the implicit immunity. And then just bank on hoping that the Titans are on your side. Yeah, we already talked about Trader seasons are coming to Peacock. I feel like Scott would go into self-preservation. Probably. But again, I think I think the thing is like he doesn't know where, like I think the thing is like at that point I don't think it's worth using the idol. Where like there's still the chance that Kirby goes home with and you get to keep your idol as well. Well, like the worst case scenario is that you still come into the next round with an idol still in your pocket and still the ability to also still take out Kirby.
It's locked.
So I think you still hedge your bet. Hedge your bet? Whatever. I think you still like. I think it's still better off that you hold on to your idol and then just hope for the best case scenario. So like, even this like worst case scenario isn't that bad. Even though it does mean that you lose Garrick. But again, like at the end of the day, it's like Ferris wasn't thinking this way anyway. Like he just simply had a misread. Like I think Ferris just simply did not even think there was even like a chance. of the vote going the other way. Yeah, I said this earlier. I think Alex is definitely a dark horse at this point. I have him 3 on my power ranking. Canada, we have all the English trailer seasons on Crave. Yeah, doesn't it come like late though, like the US episodes? Where I know like people were complaining about that. What the fuck am I doing right now, by the way? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see how this goes. Point finding on challenge 40 early speculation. CT is on twice. Oh yeah, I mean that's probably just them. They forgot to take off the his name from the other list. How do I think George would do in a New Era season? Wait. Where am I? Okay, maybe that wasn't the smartest decision.
This picture
Fuck.
is almost
How far back did it put me? Oh wait, this is the school thing, isn't it? Oh no, this is the library.
library.
Okay.
So I'm back at school.
Cool. Do I actually have to watch this again? Or can I skip it? Don't
There's no beauty
know if I
in any of this.
can. There we go. Yeah, I don't think George would do that well in New Era.
Book.
Because I think George is... At least his Here's Villains game would do well. But I think it would be interesting to still see him try. But like, I think his game is one that does like rely a lot on like forging these, like biding his time a bit to like really forge these like really close bonds, and then use those to his advantage, which I don't feel like he's gonna be able to do on a New Era season, where I think he's probably just booted right away. He's like, he always has this, like, issue at the very beginning of the game, and I feel like more than likely he's just booted before he has a chance of doing anything.
So it is.
Okay, so this I did
But
last time.
why me?
Um,
Why did
yeah,
you
losing out
make
Garrick
me
as a jury
this?
member is definitely a shame. I don't, like, how do you not like Garrick? Like, what is there to dislike about Garrick? I generally don't even know what you would dislike about Garrick. Like, I can understand, like, you, like, okay, think he's, like, whatever. Like, he's, like, not that big of a character or whatever. But, like, I don't even understand how you can dislike him. Like, what has he done to make you dislike him? George and Gable on Blood vs. Wire, imagine. But that was such a random combo to see, yeah, like, post pictures together and everything. Will the other players know who he is? I think definitely some. Definitely not all, but I think there definitely would be. Oh, wait, here?
There's space for a book here.
Oh, cool.
Wait, I think I know these.
Okay, there we go. That's what I was supposed to do. Notice I was watching in Challenge 39 for a second. I thought Colleen was Valeria. Oh, well, there we go. I mean, it's different accents technically, right? Like, Valeria's Russian, Colleen is German. So that's something. But I did see it. I did see that funny clip of like there was a like a commercial for the challenge in Netherlands that they clearly just shot at the reunion. That was like Laurel and Colleen, which was like such a funny combo to see. And obviously Colleen is there because like she's from that sort of area, so I guess that's why they're promoting her. But like, still really fucking funny. That was like Colleen and Laurel together in a challenge commercial. If we might not see George on TV again, I would pay all the money in the world to see George on TV again. He hates women. Is that a thing? I think from Garrick, what we saw is that he loved Kirby so much that when she betrayed him, he was so emotional that he cried. And that he was like so like upset how she betrayed him that's why he had the like, gun for her. Okay, this is the same book, right? Is it like a certain book here that I have to find? Is that what it is? And when it comes to Kelly, it's like, I would fucking hate Kelly if I was out there. And Kelly's great TV, but she's also a miserable person to live with. I cannot imagine living with a person like Kelly. Like, I would do the exact same thing. Okay, what am I looking for? Is it this book again? What was George on fire? Jeff Probst does not know who George is, right? Oh wait, the door's open now? Wait, why is the door open now? Whatever. Imagine George and Buster Robbins in the same season. That'd be good. Imagine George on Traders US. Like, that's not even like out of the realm of possibility. Finally, hilarious. Ferris thinks Kelly is not. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, I completely forgot about that part of it. Yeah, I mean that is funny.
Why does this always
George's literally a Australian Russell with slightly better game sense. I would disagree with that. I think there's differences between him and Russell. I would talk mad shit about Kelly. She's winning the season for your draft, obviously. Getting your mom to watch AU for the first time. She's really enjoying. Her favorite is Ferris so far. Well, that's something. Yeah, who is like the casual fan favorite of this season? Like, is it Ferris? I feel like I haven't seen many people talk about like fan favorite for the season. Actually, I guess just in general, I guess I don't really see it just at all, actually, for like AU. Now I'm thinking about it, because like I don't think I really saw much of it in Here's Villains either. It could be Kirby, yeah. Like I think it's either Ferris or Kirby, right? Like you would think. At least Russell made Fawn Tribal Council. Fucking George did also. And what, George could have at least won one of his seasons. Yeah, obviously I know who Twitter's favorite is. Like this year it's Valeria or Viola. Last year was Liz and Shawnee. It's like obviously like I know that, but I'm saying like who's like the casual fan favorite. Like in Blood vs. Water, like I'm pretty sure it was Jordy, right? Like who was the casual fan favorite last season? Like was it George? Like was he a favorite by the cat? I'm not sure. Like obviously he was like popular. As in like he was like this big name for the show. But I don't know if, like is he the fan favorite? Like if there was like a fan favorite award, who would have won?
It wasn't here before either.
Yeah, would it have been Shawnee? Like maybe. Yeah, that's why like I feel like George is like very like polarizing. Though he's definitely like the most talked about person, but I don't know if he's like the favorite person. Where am I going? What time is it? 2:21. Okay. Oh, it's literally here.
What?
But yeah, I'm straight up, I'm kind of surprised that Australia likes Shawnee.
My locker. Why
Oh yeah, Simon. Oh yeah. Simon actually would have been a good shout. I forgot about that. Yeah, it probably is Simon. Simon makes more sense. Like Shawnee, I feel like again, like I'm surprised, like knowing why I know about Australia. I feel like Shawnee doesn't seem like the type of person that most Australians would like that much. Yeah, like Simon makes sense. Like that's the type of person I would expect them to like. And like again, Geordie and Blood vs. Water, that makes sense. Like 26 or 2060. In Brains vs. Brawn. Actually, who would be Brains vs. Brawn? Like, would it be Haley? Would it be like Flick? Probably one of the two, right? But anyway, like David would probably be an All-Stars. Chance of Contenders obviously is Luke. Which Chance of Contenders 2 is Luke. 2017 is probably also Luke. But anyway, like that's the type of person I would expect Australia to like. Should I just look up the code? I don't care. Yeah, fuck this. I'm looking up the code. Okay, wait. Silent Hill, the short message code. 0312.
I know what's inside.
And then Jillian supposedly got a call for a Masonry Camp 10? That'd be cool. Don't know if they would say yes, but that'd be cool though.
What's this letter? Is it
How many people will crack 3-time Australian Survivor players next year? Next year? Don't know. But I'm debating over how I want to approach my Australian Survivor player ranking. Where obviously, like, some of that will have to do with, like, the total count, like, number of players by next year. Because, yeah, like, so what I'm doing with that, so, like, this year obviously is the Big Brother one. Next year's going to be Australian Survivor. It won't be at the same time in the year. It'll be after the airing of next season's, of next year's season. So it'll probably be closer to somewhere around, like, probably like June or July or something, I think. But, initially I was going to split it into parts, but then I kind of realized that's like, is there a point if it's like, because if it's like going to be like 200, like around 200 people, I don't know if it's worth splitting into parts. Like, it would be better for me, obviously, in terms of like, it fills up more of the schedule, and that means it's not like, like it like fills, yeah, it just like fills up our schedule. But it's like, yeah, I don't know if it's worth, like, it's weird because like I would want to do more than 2 parts because I feel like it's weird to just do 2 parts. I feel like if like I could do 3 toward the end, like I put Travis above Jen. I mean, Jen's not that good of a player. Next schedule, it's whenever I finish this batch of videos. Right now, like, straight up, I'm behind. I'm pretty far behind. I should have been done by now. Like, normally I would be done by now. Because, like, again, the goal of the scheduling, these, like, the what do you call it? Like, working on the batch of videos is to finish it in 6 months. 6 months would have been February 3rd. So, I'm already behind. However, I am technically working on more than just 6 months this time. But also a lot of it's because there were less videos outside that to work on. So it's a bit weird, but so like last year at this point, I made the scheduling video on March 21st, I think is what it was. So so yeah, I think that is what I'm aiming for right now, is to finish this batch of videos by March 21st, which I should be able to do. But it's probably not a guarantee. So I have 19 videos left to edit. Which, like, that's not bad. Like, that is doable within that time frame. The issue is that, well, like Battle for a New Champion and Trader Season 2 have to be done at that time, which is like, again, that's a slight deviation, but like nothing too bad. We also have mid-season power ranking for Titans vs Rebels, BB-Can 12 cast assessment. That's gonna happen again. Like annoying, like things that might slow things down, but that's not that bad. What is really bad is the fact that I have to make the Titans vs Rebels review before that date, essentially, because I believe the finale of Titans vs Rebels is when it's in 5 weeks. So that's an issue, is trying to get Titans vs Rebels review done along with all the other videos in that time. So we'll see.
So why take Amelie from me? You acted
Wait, what was this? Who's casual fan favorite for New Era?
Amelie is my friend. She's mine.
Yeah, like season by season. Yeah, it's like 41 is Xander, 42 is Jonathan, 43 is Cody, 44 is Carolyn, 45 is Jake, I think. Oh, yeah, see how that goes, huh? Yeah, I think if there were fan votes, I think that's probably who wins those seasons.
Actually kill herself.
Is Australian Survivor going to be down to 2 episodes a week soon? I don't know. To be honest, if it, I kind of want it to. I don't know, actually. Do I want it to? If it does, is that good for the schedule? Yeah, it's actually fine. Yeah, I'll be fine if it going to a week. But I don't know if it will. I don't believe Heroes vs. Villains did it? I think Heroes vs. Villains stuck to 3 the entire season, didn't it? While most seasons do go to 2, so it's like it might just not though. So I don't know. Right other than 44? What, Carol? I think Carolyn 1,000,000,000% wins. Fan favorite 44. Yeah, Jake. Yeah, I think like looking at more of the reaction to Jake, I feel like Jake definitely wins fan favorite 45. Oh, I did the very end? Okay. Yeah, so maybe we will at the very end again this time. Because I mean, this season's essentially just following the schedule Here's Villains. Like, it's in the same time slot, it's having the same, like it's facing the same competition and everything, so it might do the same. So maybe we'll end a week later than I'm expecting. But that doesn't really change anything. I'm still going to have to do the Australian Survivor. Like, I'm still going to have to make the Australian Survivor review, or most of it, by the time of me wanting to finish this batch of videos. Pretty confident Carson wins. I disagree. I think 1,000,000,000% Carolyn wins. Again, even just looking at the 46 interviews, there's so much talk about how much they love Carolyn. Like, I think Carolyn wins by a landslide. Like, really, I think Carolyn wins by probably one of the biggest margins ever. Like, I like really don't see how Carson beats Carolyn at all. Like, I think Carolyn like dominates that vote. Sam, Sean, Shawnee were all 1 week. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
How was the Survivor doing ratings wise? I believe it's doing the same as last season, which is good. It's still not. It's not like the #1 show in Australia or anything. We're still like, again, like the reason why it's on to begin with is because it's used as like counter programming to Married at First Sight, which is like the #1 show in Australia. Oh wait, is this the final chase sequence, by the way? It might be, right? The one that, like, I suppose he's, like, really shit. Okay, I don't know where I'm going. I just went around in a circle, didn't I? Oh, is that it? Oh, no. Cool. Okay, I think I'm literally just going around in the circle. But yeah, it's still doing the same as Surge Villains. It's still doing well enough to, like, it should be safe. Okay, I'm literally backtracking, right? What the fuck? Okay, where am I going? Wait, okay. I'm confused. Yeah, I think Carolyn, like, everyone loves Carolyn. Again, you have so many people in the 46 interviews talking about how, like, they think Carolyn was robbed, and that Jam Jam should never have won. And they, like, see so much of themselves in Carolyn and all that sort of stuff. Like, so many people. So, like, I don't even think Carson is brought up once as, like, in players that you were the most like or that sort of thing. Where, like, Carolyn's brought up all the time. I think Carolyn... Okay, cool. But yeah, I think Carolyn's, like, one of the biggest locks to win fan favorite of all time, probably. Indy should be higher. She played better than all the non-leftovers. Who said that? Okay, so how are you supposed to do this? Fuck. Carolyn losing would be more shocking. Yeah, like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Okay, so that's not what I'm supposed to do. Okay, cool. Fuck off. Oh, that was someone in the YouTube comments? What's dumb? And that's why I don't read the comments. Yeah, I'm using the wrong casual test. Your mom was annoyed at Carolyn.
Forgive me, Maya.
Yeah, I could see, like, there being, like, this minor contingent that is annoyed by Carolyn, but I do feel like Carolyn probably gets, like, 60% of the vote. Like, really, I think the Tika 3 is probably the top 3, if I were to guess. Maybe add in, like, Franny, potentially. But I do think Carolyn, like, really runs away with it. Hate the one hit instant death thing. Me too. That's why I'm fucking annoyed at Last of Us. For that being the case. Okay, cool. I literally just did the exact same thing again. You know what? Should I... Look, I want to look this up. I'm assuming this is the final one, right? Like, I would assume. Like, this feels like the final one.
I can't do this forever.
So let's see. Is there like a specific thing I'm supposed to do? Unlock the chains. First, you need to find 5 photographs. Each photo. Okay, well that seems annoying. Oh wow, this is bullshit. No wonder people fucking hated the final fight. What the fuck? Okay. Straight up, don't know if I'm even gonna bother finishing this if this is this bullshit, but okay. What the fuck? Alright, well that's great. Have I beaten him on moderate yet? Who are we talking about? Rat King? Is that what we're talking about? Which, if that's what you're talking about, I literally did today. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I did today in the daily run today. Which I was surprised by. I didn't think because like I was so under leveled too. Or like I didn't have many supplies. But obviously, like, it's with the fucking accessibility on still. Like, what photos am I supposed to be finding? Or is it the... Wait, okay. Maybe, I mean, someone find her if she wasn't so loud. Yeah, you would think that would help. Let's see. So that's the same thing, right? It's like this is the door, yeah, where that one comes out from. Like if I go, oh fuck, okay, well that's great. Yeah. Don't think I care enough. Actually, I want to look this up, though. Like, is this the end, or am I, like, still not even at the end yet? Let's see. I'm just going to look up a playthrough and just see if this is the end. Basically, most playthrough... Yeah, like, all playthroughs of this are, like... well less than 2 hours. Okay. So it's like... Is this like a 30-minute chase sequence? Okay, no, we're not even at the final chase sequence yet. Okay. So this is the penultimate chase sequence, it looks like. Let's see. I'm just looking at a guide real quick, just see if, like, what I'm actually supposed to be doing here. Okay, so you're supposed to go to that door. Once it shows up, you run back. Okay. It's kind of what I assumed you would do. Okay, so yeah, you are supposed to... Yeah, so you're supposed to, like, trick it out and then, like, make it go around a circle and then go back through a door. Yeah, okay, I get what I'm supposed to do. I just don't know if I care enough to do it. But, saw a comment the other day, BLM, do I call myself BLM because my name is pronounced BLM, or is it just Black Lives Matter? It's neither. Oh yeah, fan favorite poll for Final 9. Carolyn's the favorite, 43%. Next highest is Carson at 23%. Surprisingly, Jam Jam is lower than Franny and Danny. That surprised me, Danny in particular. But yeah, ending is hilarious though. Ending for what, of this game? Should I just watch the ending? Now, where are we at time-wise? We're at 2:42. It's like we still technically... Oh, wrong button. I keep on thinking L1 is run. Game? Okay, I'm trying to open the fucking door. Cool. Well, that's great. Brian loves Morania, obviously. But yeah, in retrospect, obviously, I would have not used BLM as the name. Are you saying a game with suicide and all that sort of stuff? Like, that's a game of a funny ending? Is it gonna be the worst game of the year? I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Like, from what I can tell, like, it doesn't seem like that bad. It's just like kind of whatever. Okay. So this is the one, right? Okay. Alright, so gonna let me get through this time. Let's see. Okay, cool. Well, that's great. Where's Silent Hill 2 remake's gonna be shit? I mean, I assume it will be. It didn't look like, even what we did see, it didn't look great. It's not funny, it's just is hilarious and so tone deaf. Should I just react to the ending? I think I'd rather just do that. Oh, by the way, we never talked about that. Like, I did see someone post this earlier in stream, but ask how well the player ranking's doing. It's doing fine. It's my number one video of my last 10. But like truth be told, the penultimate juror ranking kind of underperformed. But it's doing better than that. Like, it's doing okay. It's not doing like mind-blowing numbers so far, but I never really expected it to do like that great at the beginning. I feel like this is the type of video that like it's gonna do okay right now, but like it's a video that's probably, well, at least this series of it is probably gonna just do like consistently okay over time. And like too, I'm expecting the final, like the compilation one of all the parts together. Like, I think that will probably do the best over time. But yeah, it's doing okay. Actually, I want to look this up. I want to see what the comparison is between this and the BB Can one, because I didn't bother looking. It's pretty much matching the BB Can video. Like, slightly higher by like 70 views, so not by much at all. So, yeah. Suikoden guy died yesterday. The creator? Oh, wow. That's sad. Huh. I didn't see that before. Yeah, it's sad. Did he work on the game that's coming out? The new... I can't, like, how do you even pronounce that? Eiyuden Chronicles? Yeah, and like once BB season happens and stuff, I think it'll probably have a bit of a boost too. Speaking of which, videos that I think will get a boost, my fucking Walking Dead Telltale video is doing like even better now. Like, I keep on talking about this like every stream that I'm like, oh, it's surprised that it's still doing well. It's doing even better. It's like getting like almost 1,000 views a day for the last couple of days, which is so fucking weird. Well, like right now, obviously the number one video of the last 48 hours is the ranking that came out today. But outside of that, like, it's the Walking Dead season 2 retrospective at 14,000 views. Which it was, I think it was up to like 1.7 earlier today. So like, I guess it did probably slow down a bit recently, but like, that's still a lot though. And the season 1 video is my number 3 at 600. It's like it's doing even better than my 46 cast assessment. So yeah, that's pretty insane. And what's annoying too, like again, this, like, I'm gonna constantly say this. What's annoying too is that, like, okay, so like obviously, like, I put a lot of work into those Walking Dead Telltale videos. I'm okay with them getting the viewership they are. I think that's like, okay, that's cool. My Left Behind video, like, it didn't do great, but like it's actually still getting like 50 views a day. That's pretty good for that sort of video. And I think like some of that is like leeching off of the Telltale Walking Dead. Like those videos, I think the people that are watching those, some of those people are going to my Left Behind video. Also, people that are watching that are watching my Wolf Among Us video. That's doing decent view-wise now. My Heavy Rain video is doing decent view-wise now. My Detroit Become Human video is doing decent view-wise now. All of which are in my top, what is this, top 30, I think? Or is it top 25? Whatever. Videos the last 48 days. You know what's not here? My fucking Last of Us 1 video. So, like, that still kind of bothers me. Is that why have, like, these other videos picked up, but not my Last of Us 1 video? Or, like, I mean, again, it's getting views here and there. Like, it's not like that video is completely dead. But it's also, like, not getting that many views. So, I don't know. He's creator of that. Didn't even get to see. Yeah, I mean, that obviously sucks. How old was he? Wasn't even that old, right? When's New Frontier retrospective coming out? I don't know. Like, the thing is, like, I don't want, like, so naturally, obviously, I wouldn't do it until 2026 because that'll be the 20-year anniversary. And like this year, I am gonna do a Tales from Borderlands retrospective. Like, that's the next planned Telltale retrospective is Tales from Borderlands. So yeah, like I think that'll still go through. Is that will be this, like, I'll do that this year. I won't do New Frontier right away. But do I expedite New Frontier? I don't know. Like, because of the season 1, season 2 videos doing well? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, because like the plan is that essentially I do like one Telltale retrospective a year, which like kind of works out with like their release schedule, I believe. Where like this year it's gonna be, or like last year I technically did 2, kind of. So like I did the season 1 in 2022. Season 2 in 2023. I also did a Wolf Among Us one, though that wasn't like like realistically, I would have done that one a little bit differently. And that one was made way before, actually. I believe that was made even before my season 1 video, right? I think it was, right? Because I played it. No, it was after. It was after, but it was like just slightly after, even though it came out like way after. I think is how that worked out. I think, because I remember I played Walking Dead in March. I played Wolf Among Us, I believe, in May. So I believe, yeah, I think I think they were made around the same time. Either way. But by the way, when the fuck are we getting Wolf Among Us 2? But still, yeah, those were made there. This year, again, the plan was to do Tales from Borderlands. Next year, the plan was to do Game of Thrones Telltale, which isn't the actual anniversary. Like, realistically, Tales from Borderlands and Game of Thrones should be this year. They were both starting at the same time. However, again, I didn't want to do 2 at once, 2 Telltale retrospectives. So I was like, okay, we'll do, and like, there's nothing next year. unless I were to do Minecraft Story Mode, which I'm not going to fucking do. So I was like, okay, we'll do Tales from Borderlands this year. We'll do Game of Thrones next year. And then 2016, I can do New Frontier. 2017, I think, was Guardians of the Galaxy. And then 2018 was Walking Dead Final Season, I believe is how that breaks down. Oh, no, and then, fuck, actually, I forgot about it. Batman Telltale is also 2016, right? And then like Enemy Within's 2018, I think. Which I'll probably just do 2 at that point. But I don't know. I don't know if I should just like wait for the yearly thing or what. I probably will. Like realistically, I'm not like at the end of the day, it's like the channel isn't built on Telltale videos. To where again, I'll make it eventually, but I'm probably not going to go out of the way to expedite it, just because these videos are doing better. 54 and 55, that was his age, yeah. Actually, I'm kind of he was only that old. That's kind of surprising because Suikoden was in what, the 90, like 90, I don't know, what, 99, 98 or something. Which I mean, I guess that does kind of align. He would have been... So if he was 55... So he was like born in what, like 69 or so? I guess he would have been 30-ish around there. I guess that does kind of make sense. Yeah, I guess it does kind of line up. But... Yeah. I thought the reason was because they didn't know... Oh, I did see this about the auction. Like, it is part of the... Like, if you read the article, he does say that was one of the reasons, was the 90-minute episodes thing. But then does explicitly... Then, like, after that goes into the thing of, like, oh, we didn't have the budget, and, like, we didn't want to overwork our crew, which, like... Like, that more so just sounds like you're mismanaging your crew then, right? Because, like, he talks about, like, oh, it takes so many departments for us to get this to work. It's like, does it? Like, does it take that much more than a reward challenge would? Well, like, shouldn't this essentially just be an easier thing than a reward challenge? Because, like, what extra would there be, like, in comparison to a reward challenge? Like, the set is literally just, like, a couple benches and a stool, not stool, a, like, podium for Jeff. It's like, yeah, they have to make all these, like, varied amount of foods, but, like, you're making foods for reward anyway. I don't know. I think that part of it is, like, kind of it's BS to a degree. Like, I think it's, like, I believe Jeff in the sense that he says that, oh yeah, like, our crew is like completely beat after 45. And we didn't want them to like overexert themselves for 46. But again, like that screams up to me. It's like, okay, well then you didn't manage your crew well then. Isn't the only crew you need like catering? I mean, I think you need you do need things, but it's like, it's the same things that you would need for like a reward challenge. Like, you would still need like art design for like things. You need like, again, you definitely need like most departments involved, but it's like, it's still like, I don't know what the difference is between that and a reward challenge. Towards like, they're going to have a reward challenge at some point anyway. I already did the Last of Us character ranking. It's a matter of when does it come out. Don't know when it'll come out. But it's already done. Like, it's already edited. It's more so about like, when do I release it on the schedule? But I do want to do that at some point. I did talk about that I wanted to make a membership tier on YouTube to where the benefit is you can watch the videos that aren't out yet. Because again, there's a good chunk of them. So that should probably be a thing I do at some point, which, like, super cool. It would be super quick to do, but I would also want to like announce it in some sort of way. If the Titans go to back-to-back tribals, I think Scott will be voted out. or go back to tribal. Like I think I said this earlier. I think the three most likely people to go for me are, again, if it's one from Ferris's side of things, I think it's Eileen. If it's one from Kirby's side of things, I think it is Scott. And then I think if it's like if it falls back on the Titans somehow, then I think it's probably Charles. I think those are three that make sense for them to go out before the merge at this point. Wasn't expecting N46 anyway, just because they would want to see the reaction in the new format. Yeah. Like, I don't think it was ever coming to 46 anyway. Like, obviously, like, a major reason why they did it in 45 is because they needed twists to guarantee they have content for the 90-minute episodes, where, like, obviously 46 they didn't know they were going to get 90-minute episodes, so they were like, well, what's the point of doing this if we can't fit it into the show? Move Joel from number 1, that's not fucking happening. I mean, like, I'm probably going to do a Last of Us 2 character ranking also when I do my Last of Us 2 retrospective next year. I'll probably do the same thing. So I did a character ranking, I did a cutscene ranking for Last of Us 1. I'll probably do the same thing for Last of Us 2. You know, Last of Us 2 is fucked, though. Because Last of Us 2, like, character ranking is like whatever. I mean, like, there's too many characters, but it's like whatever. But like Last of Us 2 cutscene rankings, like a train wreck. Because, like, you look at the cutscene page on the remaster, and there's, like, way too many. Mainly because, like, it includes, like, every little, like, random... Because, like, the thing is different between Last of Us 1 and 2 is that Last of Us 1 had a lot of, like, in-game cutscenes that, like, aren't really cutscenes, so they include them as cutscenes in the menu and everything. All that, like, the only things that are considered cutscenes are, like, the pre-rendered cutscenes. Which there's still, like, a decent amount of them, but, like, not, like, in, like, a completely ridiculous degree. But, like, Last of Us 2, it's, like, every little thing that isn't a control, like, essentially any point where, like, the player is in control and, like, something story related is happening, like, that's pretty much considered a cutscene in Last of Us 2. So, like, there's literally, like, I don't know, like 100 cutscenes or whatever. So, like, I'm probably going to have to, like, make some, like, arbitrary rulings of, like, what is a cutscene, what isn't, or, like, maybe, like, merge things together. Because that's also things that there's a lot of, like, cutscenes that, like, are separated on the, like, cutscene menu, but, like, all technically happen in a row. Where, like, the original Last of Us would, like, merge all those together into one big cutscene on the cutscene menu. But, like, in Last of Us 2, they're all considered, like, separate cutscenes. So, yeah, I mean, I probably have to figure it out eventually. Does Royal Tribe just not lose a challenge until merge? Probably. Like, we were talking about this earlier. I was like, I don't know who goes from the Rebels Tribe. Or, like, I feel like from the Titans Tribe, like, there's a lot of people that I could see going before the merge. But I don't really see who that person is from the Titans. Like, maybe Rihanna. I think Rihanna's probably the person. But again, like, I don't think we're gonna lose Mark this early at this point. And again, I don't think it's Carol. Like, maybe Kitty could, but, like, how does Kitty go at this point? Like, it feels like that's a tough ask unless, like, Mark or Alex or someone like that finds an idol and, like, idles Kitty out. But even for Rihanna, it's like, I think she's the most likely edit-wise to go. I just don't think it makes logical sense of why you're voting out Rihanna instead of Alex. Like, maybe they, like, split the vote between the two, and, like, maybe, like, Mark messes it up and votes for Rihanna instead of Alex or something. Like, maybe something like that could happen. But I don't even think it makes sense for, like, the majority to even... Actually, really, it's like, why even split between Rihanna and Alex when you could split between, like, Alex and Mark? At that point, and, like, have a justified reason for Mark being the split. So, I don't know. Ellie deserves stop being a fanboy. I don't think Ellie is number one from part one. In the series as a whole, potentially. But I don't think Ellie... Like, again, Last of Us 2? Actually, Last of Us 2, it's probably still Abby 1. But, like, I think Ellie is, like, more in the conversation. I think with Last of Us 1, it's, like, not even, like, a question. It's Joel 1. like Ellie is very, very good, obviously. But like I think Joel is like pretty much what makes Last of Us 1 great. And again, not in the way that like a lot of people talk about Last of Us 1. But I think like a lot of the complexity that comes from the Last of Us 1's narrative comes from like the way that Joel is characterized. Is Marlene 3? I forgot what the ranking is. I think it's... What is it? Is it Joel, Ellie... I forgot. Who is 3? Is it Tess? I think it might be Tess. I think it's Joel, Ellie, Tess, Tommy, Marlene. Then Bill, then Henry, maybe? Or is it Henry, then Bill? I forgot. Something like that. Yeah, I think like Marlene's a very like integral character. I don't feel like she's that like, I don't know. She's not really a character that pops. Like she's a character that like I think she's very good in terms of her like narrative significance to the story in the sense that she is this like parallel to Joel. But she's not really this like, I don't know, like super deep character on her own right. At least through her. It's like I feel like through her like there are like these like the audio things that you can pick up along the way that like that adds to her character for sure. But I feel like I personally like I think Tess I would just fundamentally have above Marlene, and I think with Tommy I just like Tommy more. There's no way a Rebel is winning this season at this point. I don't know. Like, probably, like... Wait, who are my top contenders again? I have Alex 3. I think Alex is my top Rebel. I think he can win. Is he going to? I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, like, I think the top 2 are Valeria and Mark, so it's like they're both Titans. Fuck this list. Was this characters ranked? 1 Joel, that's about right. Ellie 2, yeah. Dina 3, Tommy 4, yeah. Tess 5, Lev 6, Riley 7, Henry 8, Jesse 9, Sam 10. What a choice. To be honest, I don't know what my part 2 ranking is. I think it'll be interesting to see what mine ends up being. Think both tribes are equally complex? Yeah, because like both tribes are the same. Like that's the funny thing about this season, that this season's like a weird thing where like both tribes essentially have the same storyline. Like just like because like you have like both the Titans and Rebels start off in this spot where like there is this minority of like really athletic people that try to run the show, only for the like the not as athletic other side of it to like flip the vote on them. That's the entire week 1. Then in like week 2, you have that new form majority like starting to crack on both sides. Like it plays out exactly the same. Then week 3 here, we have the swap happening where just so happens that the important figures from both the tribes swap together. And at that point, we have these like divisions between both sides face off against each other, despite the fact that none of the actual core members of that go home. To where we have the like Kirby versus Ferris dynamic, where again they take shots at each other. In that like Garrick goes home, the right hand person of Ferris, but like both Ferris and Kirby are still in the game. On the other side of things, we have Mark and Caroline going for each other, to where again like Mark's right-hand person, Viola goes home, but they're both still in the game. It's like essentially both sides of the season are like the exact same. Jesse number 1 because he's hot. I think I'm good. How many I've played? What is this? Best DLCs of the 2010s. I've not played Borderlands 2. Obviously, I've played Left Behind. Not played New Vegas. I've played Bioshock Infinite. I've not played the DLC, but I've watched a playthrough of it, but I wouldn't count that. Not played Binding of Isaac. I've played Undead Night. Actually, no, I've never played Undead Night. I've only watched a playthrough of it. Haven't played Dark Souls. I played Citadel. Haven't played Bloodborne. I played Blood and Wine. So I played 3 of them. But yeah, obviously, I think I'm done with the main game or playing the game for a day. I'm like, whatever at this point. I played RE1 or RE1 Red Dead. Wait, are you talking about Red Dead 1? But I played Red Dead 1. I've never played the DLC. Like, I never played Undead Nightmare, even though I own it. And I've never replayed it. I've only played it once, and that was 2016. So was that's 8 years ago almost, because I believe it was like summertime 2016. Because like 2016 was a year where, like, again, I like essentially how I went is that, again, I was like big into video games, collecting video games up until around 2014, and then after I kind of died off for like a couple years, or like really got into like film and comics and that sort of thing. And then in 2016, it was Assassin's Creed Origins was almost out, and I was like, oh fuck, I want to play Assassin's Creed Origins. I need, or actually it was Assassin's Creed Empire at the time. But anyway, I was like, well fuck, I need to get a PlayStation 4 then. And then like, so like I spent the entire year like knowing I was gonna get a PS4 essentially, but I was gonna wait until Black Friday to get it. So in the lead up to that, I was like, well, I might as well start playing games again. So like in that time, I was playing like a lot of PS3 games, and a lot of them for like the first time, if not like, anyway, like yeah, like so that was the first time I ever played Red Dead 1. And yeah, I haven't played it since, but I've watched like playthroughs of it again since. But yeah, I played like Red Dead 1 there. That was like my last time playing the like Mass Effect trilogy before the Legendary Edition came out. That's where like I really played a lot of The Last of Us, where I played it like once before that. But then like I played that was the point where I played The Last of Us like over and over and over again. And what else did I play? What else is there? I'm looking at my PS3 collection. Catherine. I don't know. There's other games. But still. Playing AC Mirage twice. Actually, I've only played AC Mirage once. Entirety. Like, I tried to play a second time and gave up on it, obviously. But to be fair, I wouldn't be opposed to I believe New Game Plus is already in Mirage, right? So I actually wouldn't be opposed to going back to it and starting that, but whatever. Playing KOTOR makes me miss BioWare games. Yeah, what was BioWare's last game? Was it Anthem? Was that their last game? Which, yeah, that's not great. What was before? Was it Andromeda, or did they have something else? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that's definitely not great, is it? Played on stream, or was that the last one? What are we talking about? Oh, Mirage, you're talking about? I played Mirage when it came out, obviously. Played it on Let's Play channel. Then, yeah, I tried to play it on stream, and I gave up on it. Because, I was just kind of annoyed that I couldn't use my, like, equipment from, like, the end game. So I was like, I don't really care enough. Inquisition was 2014, Andromeda was 2017. So like, is Andromeda the last main game they released? Which again, that's definitely not a great look. Fuck, I need to play Dragon Age though. Obviously, they're both on Game Pass, so I should probably play those at some point. Actually, there's a lot of BioWare games I need to play. I was saying I have KOTOR 1 and 2. I have Jade Empire. Again, like Dragon Age 1 and 2. What else has BioWare made? I forgot. Did BioWare make Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? Who made Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? It was like a big, like a modern... Yeah, it is BioWare. That's so fucking weird. Yeah, what else has BioWare made? Should I do BioWare ranking? Play all of them and then rank them? Shattered Steel. That's a game. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 1. MDK 2. What a game. Do I have MDK 2? I don't think I do I? I don't. Oh, you Neverwinter Nights. I forgot about that too. That's supposed to be really good too, isn't it? I never played it. I forgot they made Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. Like a DS Sonic RPG. But I forgot about that too. Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO. Yeah, wow. They made... Yeah, they haven't had the last game was Anthem, and then before that was Andromeda. So yeah, that's fucked. Ancient Slide Feeds return for BB Can. I think there's a chance. I wouldn't say it's I would say it's like 40%. Like, it's possible. Am I expecting it? Not really, but it's definitely not out of the realm possibility. I just realized Amy, Nina, and Croc going out all in a row probably is going to be brutal for one on the stream. Yeah, it's not going to be great. Yeah, and like Khan's out by the merge. Yeah, it's going to be rough. I haven't played the BioWare. That's what I'm saying. I haven't played those games. I haven't even played the BioWare games. The only BioWare games I've played are Mass Effect, I believe. Yeah, because I haven't even finished a Dragon Age game. Like, I've played Inquisition. I never even finished that. I never played... Like, I played, 30 minutes of Dragon Age 1. But, yeah, I haven't even, properly played those. That is funny. Yeah, that's something I didn't know. Obsidian makes all BioWare's Bastard Child sequels. Because I remember that was the thing, is that Obsidian used to not... the thing is, Obsidian now is, looked at as, a respected developer and everything. I remember, back in the day, no one liked Obsidian. Back in, 2011 or so. Somewhere... when they had, Alpha Protocol, when that game came out. People didn't think of Obsidian highly. People thought of Obsidian as yeah, this company that makes sequels to games and then butchers the original. These at the time, I think KOTOR 2 is more liked nowadays, but people at the time were well, KOTOR 2 is just a worse version of KOTOR 1. And then what else did they make again? But it's so I remember that was the thing with Obsidian, is that they were known for just making shit versions of previous games. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Neverwinter Nights 2. Oh yeah, and Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, that was the thing too, is that Fallout New Vegas was I remember when that came out and people didn't like it as much as 3, which is funny because again, it's turned around nowadays. Nowadays, people talk people say that Fallout 3 is shit and that New Vegas is really, really good. Which again, I don't really have a say in any of that because I haven't properly played. I've played Fallout 3, but I have no memory of that. I've never played New Vegas, which I really need to play those too. But yeah, it is kind of funny. That's the thing. Oh, they made Dungeon Siege 3, which I actually just bought. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, I literally just got that the other day in the mail. Dungeon Siege 3. I forgot that was Obsidian. Because I'm still fucking buying random 360 games. Because I'm definitely going to play them at some point. Dude, I bought so many 360 games recently. like because they're backwards compatible now. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I might as well buy them because I'll play them eventually. Anthem, I never played Anthem. But yeah, literally in the last like 3 months since I've gotten my Xbox, what have I bought? I bought Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which is on Game Pass. I didn't need to buy that, but that was like $5. I was like, why not? Batman Arkham Origins, which that was like 20. Binary Domain, that was like 20. Blue Dragon. Actually, Blue Dragon I think I bought before. No, actually, no, I did buy that. No, yeah, I bought that before I got my Xbox, actually. That one I was like worried that the price would go up. So I was like, eh. And like that was a game I had when I was a kid. I sold it at some point. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy it back. Watch PS5 pull out backwards compat and really fuck Xbox over, and it's not happening fully though. I think like PlayStation, the most they're going to do is PS4, because before that it's just too difficult to do actual backwards compatibility for them. It's not really worth it either, and I think that's something that Xbox kind of like. Obviously, I love backwards compatibility, and like it's perfect for someone like me. I think for most of the general audience, they don't care as much. And yeah, like I think like PS3 is just too difficult to do backwards compatibility for, because they just really did not design it well. It's just such a pain to where like I just don't ever see them actually doing it. Even though I would love it, because I have a lot of PS3 games. There's a lot of PS3 games that like aren't available on modern consoles that I would love to play. Which again, I own my PS. Like I literally have my PS3 in front of me, and I could just play it there, but I just don't. Yeah, what else did I buy on 360? GTA 4. That was when I went out on my way to buy Jurassic Park, the video game. I fucking spent $60 on that. Or like I think it was like 57, but either way, fucking bought Jurassic Park Telltale, which is supposed to be shit, but I was like, fuck it, it's a Telltale game. I'll probably do a video on it at some point, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, that is the thing. Sony's alternative is to make expensive remakes, essentially. What else did I buy? Just Cause 2 I bought. Max Payne 3. Mortal Kombat versus DC. Mortal Kombat 9, right? Is what that one is. I bought Portal 2. Bought Prince of Persia Forgotten Sands. Bought Saints Row 1 and 2. Bought Thrillville Off the Rails, because obviously I needed that. Bought the Splinter Cell games. Bought Zone of the Enders collection. Witcher 2 I think I bought before, but that just so happened to be backwards compat, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, I bought all that shit. But yeah, there's a lot of PS3 games too that I want to play though. Or their next remake. Like there's rumors right now about an Uncharted 1 remake, but I don't think there's much weight to that. Because like the thing is, like that was already part of the rumor with the Last of Us remake, where supposedly the Last of Us remake came to be because they wanted Ben's studio to work on something new, like to work on like something after Days Gone, and that the initial thing for them is that they were like supposed to work on an Uncharted 1 remake. But then like they started working on that and realized that, oh fuck, it's gonna be too expensive to make it because we have to remake so much of it. So they were like, okay, well then don't make Uncharted, make The Last of Us instead. So they started work on Last of Us remake, and then they realized like, fuck, we don't want to do this. And then after that, Naughty Dog just said, okay, I guess we'll finish it and do The Last of Us remake. I believe that's essentially how it came to be. So like even though Uncharted remake rumors are going out now, I think they mostly stem from that like it was already in the works there. But like for all we know, that might still be in the works at another studio. Because like maybe after they started, they were like, well, fuck it, we might as well finish it. But I don't know. Who wants that? I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like, I mean, I'm not like dying for it either. Like, obviously, like they're all available on PS4/5. You can play the Nathan Drake collection, but I wouldn't be opposed to Uncharted 1 in particular remake. I think after that, I think I'm good. Like I think I think 2 and 3 have aged well enough, but I think Uncharted 1 is a bit rough. But yeah, what else is there on PS3 that's still like stuck on PS3? The Ratchet and Clank games. I don't even played those. I need to get Metal Gear Rising for 360. I still need to get. I need to get the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy on 360 as well. Because I own those on PlayStation, but not on 360. Which is kind of annoying. Like all the God of War games are still not available on PS4, PS5. Which is also kind of annoying. Oh yeah, that's also a rumor too, right? That they're going to remaster. I don't think it's a remake, is it? But I think the rumors that they're going to remaster God of War, which is like obviously, you would think they would do that at some point. Playing Tomb Raider remaster, probably eventually. I'm not like that excited to go out and play it, but I do want to ideally at some point in my life play those games. Actually, that's another thing I own on PS3 is I own the Tomb Raider. Well, it's just called the Tomb Raider trilogy, but it's not. It's like, what's it? Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld. Which I've only played. Like I've played Legend like very briefly, but I do really want to play those games. I just never got around to it. Dude, there's like so many. Oh, Force Unleashed too. I forgot what I did want to play those. Force Unleashed 1 and 2. Even though I hear like they're not the greatest in the grand scheme of things, but I do want to play those. I do own them on 360 digital, so it's like I'll play those too. But yeah, there's just too much shit I want to play. I really don't have time. Oh, I forgot they're not remaking Horizon. They're I guess like is it a remake? Like essentially they're like rebuilding Horizon 1 using Horizon 2 tech. No, it's not. It's a remaster. It's a remaster because it's in the same engine. They're just using the improvements made for Horizon 2 and adding those to Horizon 1. So like it is a remaster because it's not like Last of Us 1 where they're rebuilding the entire game within a new engine. It's literally them using the same engine, but then using tech they use from a future game to enhance the previous game. So that's just a remaster. But yeah, that is the thing they're doing. Again, I don't think they are remaking the whole game. I think they're literally just essentially remastering it. Because again, it's literally in the same engine. Like like it's all in Decima anyway. Like it's not like they would literally have to rebuild it from scratch. So yeah, I think that's gonna be a remaster. Again, like Uncharted, I think that'll be a full remake if that comes to be. God of War, I think is interesting. That might be a remake. But I don't know though, because like God of War 3 is available on, like it's already available on PS4. So it's like if you're gonna do the trilogy, and it's kind of weird that you would like remake it when like it's also still there. But I guess that's what they did with Last of Us. Yeah, Infamous. Oh yeah, Infamous. Yeah, I do own Infamous games too. Yeah, so that'd be cool to play. I never played Heavenly Sword. I own that, but I just never played it. What else is there? I'd like to play Eco. Or never gave that a proper try. I'm surprised that's not on modern consoles. You'd think that would be by now. But whatever. Yeah, was this Marcellus? He was asked if he would play The Traitors. He was invited to play, but he didn't have a passport. He does now, but said he's glad he wasn't on this season because he never wants to be on a show with Janelle again. Well, there we go. Yeah, I haven't seen this, but that's funny if that's the case. Like, I wouldn't be shocked at that. Like, I know Marcellus is, like, very jaded from Big Brother to where he seems to just, like, not want to talk about Big Brother ever. So I wouldn't be shocked if that's true. Part of the reason U.S. Survivor doesn't go back to 39 days is because they save money and that they like less days. So they can implement more twists in the game. The first part is definitely true. I think it's they save money. Like, one, it's like, okay, initially it was because of COVID. I think that part is true. It's like, initially it was because of COVID. After that, though, now it's simply, yeah, it saves money. It also makes it so seasons film for, like, you have to be out there for less time, which I think is very important to Jeff, where he talks about how, like, now he gets to spend more time with his family and that sort of thing. And like, I think it's like, it plays into their thing of like, oh, dangerous fun and all that sort of stuff. Like, I think it's like, it allows the, like, I don't know if like, the thing is, like, obviously if it was 39 days, they could just add in more twists anyway. Like, I don't think like that is like a reason they like the 26 days over 39 days is because like it allows them to add more twists. It's like, I think they could have just done that anyway, but I think it's like, maybe a good excuse for them to do so, of them being like, oh, well, we need content for this episode, so let's just add in a twist. Yeah, him and Danielle just got cool. Who are we talking about? Oh, Danielle Reyes and Marcellus. I mean, did they have beef again? Because I assume they were good, like, after All Stars. Or like around All Stars. But yeah. Yeah, what time is it? Should we just end here? Yeah, it's already 3:30. I love it, like, I'm pretty sure I've been on this like screen for like an hour at this point, right? But yeah, this is a bit of a mess of a stream. Where, like, again, played an hour of Oxenfree, did not finish it. I already did the daily run. I'll upload it after this. But I literally did the daily run right before stream because my intention coming into stream was that I was thinking, oh, I'm going to finish Oxenfree. Like, that's like a 4-hour game. But, like, streaming it, it's probably going to take 5 to 6 hours. So I'm like, again, like, I didn't want to miss out on... Like, essentially, like, the plan. So this is the plan moving forward, I think. I think I'm going to end streams probably doing daily run. It updates at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's midnight GMT, so, like, UK time. So, like, the run I did right before stream, that was the run for the 15th. Yeah, we talked about earlier him. He actually did watch more of The Genius. But yeah, so I did the daily run before stream because, like, I could do it tomorrow morning, but I'm like, I already have stuff to do on Thursdays, like stuff to watch and everything. And I'm like, I probably don't want to go on my way to do it. So I was like, okay, I'll do it before stream. But I think, like, moving forward, I'll probably do it at the end of streams. So, like, I'll probably, like, next stream, like, I'll probably play, like, Ezio Collection. So, yeah, like, next stream, I'll probably start AC2. So, yeah, I'll probably play AC2 for, like, I don't know, like, 3.5 hours or whatever. And then after that, I'll transition to Last of Us and do the daily run. And, yeah, I guess that'll be the plan for streams moving forward until I get bored of doing the daily runs, I guess. Yeah, talking about Tactical Yutinori. Again, Sangman is not overrated. I just think you have bad taste if you don't like Sangman. But yeah, alright. So yeah, I think we'll end here. We'll be back on Sunday. We'll have Traders. We'll have the biggest tribal yet. Is that just gonna be my stream title? Every stream now is like the best Australian Survivor something yet. I think I might as well do that, right? Yeah, we'll probably do a draft next stream as well. It might be the last one before the 46 casts, or 46 draft. We'll probably do it a week from today. If not, then we'll do it the Sunday. I'm not entirely like I'm still not caught up on the 46 interviews. I'm still working my way through them. I think I'm not even halfway, right? I got through Charlie. See, that's 8 people. Which I guess, yeah, we never talked about that, but I guess it's like whatever. Because I do have updated thoughts on some of these people. But we'll probably talk about it at some point down the road. Yeah, that was was great. Well, I forgot about that actually. That Yakung Ran and Jinho there. Kyung Ran's strategic mother, even though her side didn't win in episode 2. That's a Mother Jessica. Which Jessica are we talking about? Yeah, like which one are we talking about? 46. Oh, Jessica Chong. I think she's interesting. I think she's probably maybe not better. She's probably around the same as like I think my estimation of her is around the same, but I think for like kind of different reasons. Or like after listening to her interview, I kind of do like I definitely do see where she compares herself to Gabby. To where I do think there is like some upside there. I just worry like strategically for her, I think. She's the only person you have actual faith in. Everyone else seems so high variance. I feel like Jessica feels high variance. Yeah, I don't know. Jessica could do very well. Could also be first boot. I think is what I'm looking at her. You know, fuck. All right, since we're here, fuck. I'll run through the fucking people interviews so far. Yeah, so I've listened to all the Purple Tribe. So again, Jessica, as I said, like I'm about the same, but like kind of for like slightly different reasons, but still around the same. Fuck, who were the first? Oh yeah, well, I think I talked about Banu and David already. You're low on Gem after RHP interview. Interesting. I haven't gotten to that one yet, but I was like kind of high on Gem, but I did like feel like there were red flags, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, where did I leave off then? Tiffany. Oh, Kenzie. Yeah, so listen to Kenzie. I feel pretty good. I think I was. I think my me picking her. I think it was about right. I think there is definitely. There's definitely some worry. Not necessarily in early boot. I actually do feel pretty good about her longevity wise. I do worry about Merge, where I feel like she, like I think Mike was the one that compared her to like kind of a mix of Jam Jam and Carolyn, and I kind of see that, and I feel like that might be too threatening. I feel like coming into the Merge, I feel like there's probably like I would be surprised if she isn't like a big target on the board. Kind of give Shawnee, kind of see that too. So yeah, I don't know if she's like winner necessarily, but I feel like she's probably going to be a big player at least. But either way, like I feel fine with me having picked her though. Q, I feel like I was about right in my pregame assessment. Where, yeah, I just don't think he knows what he's doing. Like, actually, no, that's actually not a good way of phrase. I think he knows what he's doing. Is that he, like, just seems, like, so overconfident, but also, like, overconfident despite his awareness that he's not, like, I don't know, it's weird. But it's like he talks about the game in this way that he's, like, super confident about it, despite the fact that he himself acknowledges the fact that he should have no chance in this game. And it's like, it's very like, it's just a kind of a weird dichotomy there, but like, sure, I don't think he has a chance at the game. Like, I think he is right in like these sense that he thinks that like, oh, I'm like this big target, they're obviously going to come after me. But it's like, yeah, like I think he's a big target that people are going to come after. Like he talks about how like, oh, if I make it to 10, I'm definitely going to make it to 7. If I make it to 7, I'm definitely going to make it to 4. At 4, I'm going to win fire making, and then I win the game. It's like, that's not how that works. Like, what's that mean? Like, you're just saying that, okay, if I make it here, I'm going to make it. That doesn't mean anything. But yeah, he's not going to do well. Like, he should be safe early on, but like once he gets the merge, he should be fucked. Unless he's a goat. Unless he's like Jonathan. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna do well. Tiffany, I'm probably higher on after her RGP interview. I still like agree with my initial assessment in terms of like, I think there are the red flags there of like her talking about how she like talks too much and that sort of thing. But I feel pretty good after her interview. I thought she came off pretty well in that. I think strategically is like a little bit of a red flag. I think she did talk a little bit about being loyal and that sort of thing. So not entirely sure about like killer instinct necessarily. But again, I think it's like in the sense that like she'll find like her number one person, try to stick with that person, that sort of thing, more so than like just blindly loyal. But still, I think overall pretty good. I feel like I'm probably higher on Tiffany as a whole. And then Ben, I'm actually probably higher on as well. Not to like any ridiculous degree, where again, I think like Ben, the big issue is like, does he have the killer instinct? Like I don't really know. Like based on his interview, I don't really get much of a sense of what he's going to do strategically. But I think socially he should do pretty well. Like he seems like a very like fun, like bubbly sort of bubbly's the right term, but like a big personality. Like he was compared to his Cody, like from 43 in the preseason. Like, I think that's about right. Like I think I could see that. I just don't know how much game acumen there really is, but I think in terms of like social ability and stuff, like I could definitely see him doing very well. And then Charlie, I'm probably also higher on Charlie. I think Charlie seems pretty decent as well. I think Mike was the one that said that like he feels like the most normal person on this cast. I feel like that's also about right. He just seems fine. Like I think the issue with him is that I feel like his archetype is not one that really does well in the new era. I feel like the new era is like very much embraced these more like wacky personalities, and the fact that he's so normal feels like something that won't work to his favor. Like he feels like the Sarah Wade of the cast, and the fact that he's just kind of like a normal person who should be good at Survivor, but like it probably isn't that entertaining. So it's like I probably feel better about him, but I just don't know how well he's necessarily going to do on like a new era season. But yeah, that's all the people so far. So yeah, there we go. That's me fucking ranting about fucking for another 10 minutes or whatever. But yeah, all right, let's fucking end this. It's fucking late. I'm tired anyway. So yeah, we'll be back on Sunday. I guess I'll watch Survivor Michigan as well. So yeah, Survivor Michigan. I'll watch the challenge episode and then Traders. By the way, I didn't talk about all the videos. I fucking edited like 4 videos since last stream, but whatever. Not gonna go into that. But yeah, I got those shows to watch. I'll probably get caught up on the reviews for that. I'll probably edit more stuff. We'll see. But and obviously I'll share Survivor. So yeah, we'll talk about all those things. But until then, see you guys next time.